Hello, Silver Gauntlets! Are you ready to rumble? Sorry, that's the only way I can say it without getting DMCA'd because it's using my voice. Anyway, hi everybody! I'm Dastar. I'm here. You know what else is here? melqwii and Majarkin. Hi guys! And you know what the best part is? We have made it, everybody! The grand finals! We have done, what, 2 months? 3 months? I've lost track because I've been doing stuff on the back end the entire time. But we have gotten 64 racers down to 2. We've got Alexis and Keipi3, the battle of France versus Brazil. This is literally, as we were just saying, Majarkin, this is basically David and Goliath, but neither one is counted out by any means. Oh, shoot, I didn't turn you guys on. I'm dumb. Sorry. There we go. That's fixed.
Oh, so now we can
You're
say
just
hi.
talking to yourself.
They missed your hi. I apologize. They missed your hi. I am terrible, but you already knew that, and you still let me join you. So, oh well.
Dastar has named each of his hands Mel and Majarkin. It's just like talking to himself.
Stole my dog.
Look, it's already not the first time I've known to talk to myself, so this is fine. Don't worry about it.
But yes,
Anyway.
as Dastar was saying, these two are actually even 10 to 10. I was surprised when seeing this statistic, but they're tied against each other in races they both joined, head-to-head encounters.
Yeah, and I believe that only counts standard, right?
Yep, only counts standard, so not anything special. But
Alexis with that
which is
27-minute
surprising.
time.
Alexis being a very long-term runner, top 64, last season top 10 after qualifiers. Very good runner. Just had a little bit of a down qual this season. And then Keipi being very new to this, well, playing for a year and a half, being very new, and to be at this level and being even with someone like Alexis, very much an old-timer, very skilled player. It's just great. And I've been watching both and racing against both, and they're two great runners. I'm so excited. Yes!
Apparently, people are getting a windstorm from my fans, so bear with me, guys. It is 82 degrees. I'm not turning the fans off, but I'm trying to make it so that you don't hear it. So please let me know as we're going. But yeah, Alexis has been top. I think you said what, top 10? Oh, that was all right. Alexis just inceptioned me on his restream. But KP's only been playing Rando for about a year. Yep. Played Season 5 Challenge Cup. Is that okay? Cool.
Yep.
So y'all let me know
Came
how
from
this.
Scrubs, went right into Challenge Cup after.
Yeah. What a gamer. Anyway, let me know if there's any problems with sound in the chat. We do have a gamba going on for another amount of time that I can't see. I'm going to go ahead and get the racers going, so go ahead.
All right, and I took a peek at the racer screens, and now we got them on screen here. We have a Song of Storms start with Child Spawn as well, which is storms can be very powerful. Will we see an early well? It's debatable. Sometimes people like to wait, but I'm not a fan of Child Spawn when you don't have a warp song, personally. But we'll see where the random spawn location in these settings go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're not going to have a warp song in your child one, I would actually rather start as child in that case. You know what you're dealing with going forward. And, pretty much no matter where you land, I think these runners probably have a good idea of, all right, these are my first few checks if I land in Kakariko. These are my first few checks if I land in Market. Like, you just have a sense for where that is, even if your, actual mobility might be kind of limited and it's annoying to hike around.
Yep. You do get those very rare spawns of Child Lake, which actually comes in handy later in the seed, or the DMC you can spawn in there as well as Child, and you can get some pretty awful starts until you get some warp songs. But it looks like both runners are readied up, so we should get going here anytime.
We are launching in about 15 seconds.
Oh god!
What the heck?
Alexis, please.
Alexis, what? What is going on here?
I don't know, but
I'm
looks like
asking.
I think that was just OBS.
Yeah,
I think it was
probably.
OBS, yeah.
Okay. Because
Don't need to be so
I
concerned
asked
about
because
that.
it popped up just in the middle as I was going to hit start.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to launch it now.
Yeah, so another thing I always like to point out when we have a medallion start, because we are still using path hints and we get 5 of them, very likely that we will get one for each of the bosses. Really nice if Dodongo's is one of those, because then maybe you sneak by with an extra one for one of the more intense dungeons.
Okay.
The other
so,
common one is Forest, so...
Inception is complete. We have everything going. We are launching in now, actually. Oh, shoot. Where's my timer? Frick.
Well, and here we go.
Domain.
Alright, so timer's going to be like 3 seconds off. Sorry. Deal with it.
It's all
That's
good.
fine.
Yeah, really.
I
Okay.
like domain starts as child. It's one of the out-of-the-way places that actually saves you a lot of time, because now you're actually here in domain. Of course, the runners need to get some money before they can actually do anything in domain. Wasteland.
Yeah, and with that, with the obviously in standard King Zorus being not allowed here, having that child start is going to make things so much easier once if they find Rudos and need to turn it in to get to either Ice or Jabu.
In S6, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Yep, we're in season 6, so it's
not
a
in
special
standard.
rule.
For at most 3 more
That's a
restreams.
strength. And Alexis making the little bit of deviation from Keipi3.
Yeah, I like
Playing
this a
this
little
front
better.
Okay, so KP still probably look like they're making that trip back, so it's not like they're going to skip it.
Yeah, they're not going to skip
Oh,
it.
certainly not.
Just routing it differently. And that money helps because Alexis will be able to buy more than one bean. So that's what it can allow you, yeah.
That's why I like doing that route better. You get more money if you go down that way. You're less likely to lose your chicken. It's just one less user error. Alexis is opting not to go back upriver, which I think makes sense. You can get back there anytime you want. A lot of runners prefer to do it as adult anyway.
So here's the fun part. We have a chicken touch already. And please, yes, I do apologize. It looks like the options on the prediction are backwards, but KP did touch the chicken first, and I accidentally almost hit delete, but didn't. There we go. Fixed.
Yo, pog.
Okay. KP is awarded the chicken touch.
So I think I agree with Alexis's play here, because strength isn't going to get you anything as child right now. Or not anywhere you want to do anything with the strength as child. And KP's going to have an issue with time of day. Look, Alexis barely made Lon Lon. KP, it's going to be night for KP. So KP's going to have to make a different decision, which is probably going to either do Valley Lake or doing Lost Woods first.
KP could opt to just reset entirely if there's nothing here.
Bronze CD, King Dodongo.
That's interesting.
That ruins the prediction.
Yeah, Link the Goron is in logic with that strength.
I was literally writing up a prediction for will DC be Stoner Medallion, and then we get a path hint for it.
Well, it's a medallion, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think I can go with that.
Alright. Requiem on
Burning Cat.
Yeah, Burning Cat.
Oh.
And there's KP getting that strength. But what I think Alexis will do is do those checks in River as adult, would be my guess, and then go into Kakariko from there.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm not sure Alexis has time of day to make it back into Market, though.
Gamba's up. Who's gonna find an explosive first? Oh, ZL.
ZL.
Alright, Lullaby's nice.
And I think that's okay that Alexis can't make it. Probably going to go Lost Woods here, would be my guess, because of time of day.
KP definitely going to Kokiri Forest.
I mean...
Makes sense, song routing. It's very important early in Season 6.
Yeah, and I definitely like that we're getting that early deviation.
Yeah, I think we'll see the runners kind of conjoin here when they go adult. The difference being, I really don't see... Ooh, I didn't see that.
Slingshot.
Oh, slingshot.
It was a slingy dingy.
Nothing that exciting.
It's one of those things that can confuse the logic if you don't think about. Oh, hello, Mido. Calm down.
Mido.
Mido Provido. Memes?
We got the D.
Oh. Okay, so that strength is not.
Oh, the
necessary.
lights! Sphere 0 lights. You love to see it.
It's definitely not Link the Goron with that bow being found.
It still could be.
The
Just giving him
slingshot!
different ways to get it.
So,
That's true. You're right. It's just the location. It's not a.
Yeah.
It wasn't the strength hinted.
and now we know, regardless of logic, that slingshot in the ranch means absolutely nothing.
Yep.
That's a little bit well. KP won't waste the time going in there. KP
Yeah.
will just peek it. So that's
Correct.
a little bit of time loss on, it's early, it's small things, but
Yeah. I mean,
it,
it's not. I don't think that check will make it. I mean, I don't know. It might make a difference for all I know.
that could be the whole difference, right?
It
here.
could.
10
We've
seconds.
seen crazier crap in this tournament. We've had we had an actual tie because it was too close for us to make a call.
Yeah, the Mido sling is definitely the better one because you're there opening chests anyways. But it's good that we find a sling before doing Lost Woods. It means one less check we're leaving there to come back to.
Yep.
I will be interested to see where Alexis goes. They decided to save work out of Lon Lon, which isn't surprising. I guess back down river.
I mean, with Storm's NZL, I would expect well.
Is my math right? Was that a legendary 3 diver?
It was a 3. The legendary's the 2.
The legendary is the one where you
That's
fall
more
into some of
mythical.
them.
That's just legend. Or I guess that would be legend. That's the phrase. Anyway, moving on. I don't know what I'm talking about. Shut up.
Oh, look, Frogs 1 was hinted.
Look, I'm hyped. Let me have
Frogs one
this.
was hinted.
This game's bad.
And yet here we are,
And yet here we
154
are.
matches into a tournament, Mel.
Months and months and months. 30's dead.
By the way, that's a real number. This is match number 154 of the Challenge Cup.
Wow.
That's it.
And we're going to have at most 2 more.
So, child domain is dead. The king still lives. I could see well here, because Alexis does not have that Goron City hint, and you can peek both of the bombable chests, so you can know exactly what is in well. It's a lot harder to go in without ZL than it is to go with ZL and no bombs. Oh, another bow. We're not locked on bows this season.
Would you call that a I don't know, like an aged vanilla? Since that would that's a piece of heart in normally, right? Or is it a sling
Child
upgrade?
Child shooting is a slingshot, I thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
So then
yes,
then it is aged vanilla. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just coming up with new terms. Let me have it. But yeah, so we do have a couple more minutes left on that prediction. Who's going to find any sort of actual explosive? That does not mean hammer or strength. That means actual bomb bag or bomb chew. Who will find it first? But Alexis just loading up on those beans. And grabbing the chicken a little too late for those Alexis believers.
The chat talking, trying to make a call bombs in DC. With strength and bow, you can get everything that is not explosive locked in there. So it's more likely.
Isn't in logic though.
The bow is.
The bow's
there's
in
one
Mido's house.
No,
Yeah.
I mean the bow. Like
Oh yeah, you're right. But we have strength, so.
Oh, okay.
the strength is what's logical for DC. It could very well be hammer though on Link the Goron for a bomb bag at the end of the bridge.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and it could be hammer locked anywhere else. DC. We didn't see a hint, did we?
I don't know.
For- Yeah, just the Goron City one. So,
No.
so this is Alexis getting that path hint. So they're both equal on knowledge. This is where I think Alexis will be more likely to not go bottom of the well here because you can get it with explosives, so you don't have to go back later.
Also, really quick, because I totally forgot to mention it in the intro, shout outs, of course, to our French community who are restreaming this over on twitch.tv/PoppyGrant. If you Deku on the path to Phantom, Ganon. So yeah, if anyone wishes to hear this commentary in French and probably less Mimi, well, then again, I don't know how they do it, but that's the channel you want to go to. Sorry about that.
So I was gonna make a comment earlier. We could see Forest being left out, but that's not the case this time. So Hook's behind Kakiri's sword in these settings.
Was that Iron Boots as a Zora tunic? Iron Boots chest?
I did not see it.
Graveyard to
Graveyard to-
Volvagia? Okay.
Yes,
Interesting.
Graveyard to Volve and Deku to Phantom Ganon were both in SFM. And yes, Zora Tunic is in the Iron Boots chest today.
Okay. So Graveyard to Volvagia, we always think Hammer, could very well be a wallet, a tunic, or hovers, but we do already have a bow, a hinted hook
It's not
shot in
explosives
Deku.
either.
Yep.
Oh, Alexis going to Kakariko and doing chickens. So skipping out on Child SFM, which I'm not too surprised about. It's a little bit out of the way.
You know what? I think Chicken's going to pay off today, and I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, this way you can go up the mountain, see what's going on up there, go to Lost Woods through there. I don't know that it's the graveyard also to Baronade.
I'm sorry, do we have double graveyard path now?
We do.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Which also makes this Nocturne really useful.
Yeah.
But Alexis has the ZL. KP does not. And I mean, Nocturne, you come back anytime you want, but sucks to miss that on your first pass through.
It does.
I think KP might have actually noticed that his time of day. Ooh, nice find. That his time of day was messed up, and that's why he's probably routing this way. And he might end in Wan Wan. Oh, nice Rudos.
There's Rudos. Well, there's the path.
There's your Baronade. And that also opens up ice early.
Right, inarguable path right there.
Ice rushers in chat.
One thing that's nice for Alexis coming here as child and having ZL is you can do flame storage in the Royal Tomb, which that can lock items. It's less of a chance because it's more item requirements, but you just get it out of the way right now.
Yep.
But KP also taking this time to get those Night Cack skulls since he's here. That's number 2 already, and he's going to get probably to 6 because he got the one in Wan Wan.
Yeah. We'll find out what song this is, how much value that ZL gives Alexis immediately.
Apologies, he did not go to Wan Wan.
KP? No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I just said he did, and I realized that was wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, probably right after this to set time of day at the same time.
Yep.
Would be my guess. And I could see KP immediately playing Nocturne after checking the back of Lon Lon, just to get the song back here.
Ooh, okay.
Minuet, that's nice.
Graveyard to Minuet.
Nice.
Wow, that is so good for Lexus, because they could decide to just go get the song right away, and for adult, you can just go get immediately Minuet check.
That's definitely a very efficient routing for Alexis on that. Okay, so...
And hear me out. EU Weekly, we had Minuet, Path of Avagia, right?
Great.
This could very well be Hammer and Forest, right?
Yep.
We have a lot more items to check, We got Dompy Race, a bunch of stuff, and Dompy Grave Digging, there's plenty of room for an item to be here, but it's possible that song, if we don't see Sarias.
Also, what Shanik is pointing out in chat, we also have both graveyard hints. So we've gotten 4 graveyard hints already at 13 minutes.
Yep.
I love it. Now here's the fun part.
Is going to clear bottom of the well.
I mean, yeah.
I think this is perfectly fine because we have ZL.
Yep.
So.
You are able to peek things like the bomb lock chest, so that's still fine for him.
You may have to come back.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit surprised they aren't putting it off, especially with Nocturne, because you can go get your bombs and then come back your next child. But
didn't pick up Nocturne yet.
Oh, you're right. Alexis doesn't know Nocturne. That would be why then. They're thinking, when am I going to come back here? It's probably going to be a while.
No, I just misread the sheet. My bad on that. Yeah, we only have 1 copy of those. I lied. I'm terrible. Excuse me.
But they swapped locations, I think was the joke.
Yeah, no, and Majarkin did actually call that in the first 2 minutes of the seat, I think.
It's very unlikely not to do this path, especially how time of day was lining up. You kind of just use traveling to the other child song as your fixing of time of day. So I fully expect KP here to play Nocturne with those path hints because you want to see what the song is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's gonna look, see that sling, and get the hell out of there.
Yep.
And nothing in the bombable checks from Alexis peeking, so bombs not required in bottom of the well.
Yeah.
I
KP
guess-
may opt to do Valley here.
I guess you could
Actually,
say it's
he might just go adult. Mark it
the
adult.
well. The well is bombing, I guess.
Alright, little Stone of Agony there.
KP's probably thinking,
Yeah.
go adult and get the song as adult. I'm just going with two paths there. Oof.
Yeah, I think
I want to clear all the items.
I think KP's thinking, I have just enough time to do Valley and get Dompe time and play Nocturne then to pick up whatever song was in Composer Grave.
See, we actually know that KP here is actually a fan of Sadie Sweet, and therefore is going Valley Lake. Oh no, they're not going Valley Lake.
Nope, not going adult.
Look, I tried to meme, it failed.
I was holding my tongue a little bit. KP's not a fan of Valley Lake.
All right, well,
That's to CAC though. No, okay.
He's
It was like that angle's towards the bridge, not the like Castletown bridge.
farming money.
He's valuing adult here because you get your bombs, you beat your DC, and you can get the song in graveyard as adult.
Yeah.
And you get another 2 checks.
I'm just a little concerned, to be honest, that there's another strength just hanging out. And it's actually in the maze.
Start off grand finals with a freaking 20-minute strength 2. All right.
Yep.
That is very possible. Alexis barely living with a quarter heart against Dead Hand.
But we made it.
Almost was Dead Link, not Dead Hand.
Lol. Yeah, ZL locked key.
No, unfortunately that is no longer completely true. I believe there was 1 or 2 seeds where it was not just required, but... Oh, hi there.
Beer shield.
That's
we
a
don't
thing.
know that we need that yet, but it is appreciated.
Oh!
And
Something was
Pierre
boomerang.
is
Pierre.
boomerang.
Pierre in Fire Temple is Boomerang.
Alright.
So, my idea about Minuet being the path is possible. Well, no, that's the fire. Never mind. I'm being dumb. It still could be.
It still could be.
But it could log Jabu as well.
And let's see, Pappy did curse the run. Oh, 40 was choose. Skull Mask is
Skull
under
Mask
bow.
This is our other bow.
And 40 is still choose.
That's all bows.
Bow percent, 17 minutes.
So, Mirror Shield in bottom of the well, and that's it.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes that's all you need.
And nothing bomb locked.
I will point out, Pappy did curse our runners by saying we want tears and blood. So
Pappy, no.
yeah. So anything that goes wrong today, we're blaming Pappy over on the French stream. Just letting y'all know.
Yeah, I want a really good match. Is what I want.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I want game 3. I don't care which order the runners win in to get there.
Here's Pedestal.
Fire
Jabu Forest.
Water, DC.
DC.
Oh
Alright.
boy.
Well, so the only hint we're missing then is a water hint.
Mm-hmm.
Which means
And we
we're
know the
just
hook
gonna
shot
win.
had to have been hinted in Deku.
Yep,
Right, so
we do know that. Yep.
So that hint's only going to be for long shot because we don't know. It could technically be irons too, right?
It could,
Yes,
be,
it could
irons, but Azora Tunic is hinted directly elsewhere. And it's available already.
Tobias, what did we just say about cursing runners? You stop that.
And KP going to get Minuet, which will be very useful as adult here. Although I would still go to Goron City first from CAC. The reason being, unless KP knows that little weird trick because of the weird boulder hitboxes, he can shoot the bow from the Lost Wood side. I don't know it. I know about it, so I would go to Goron City that way, just due to that, to try and get explosives.
I have seen it and not understood what was happening.
And that's true, serious business. It could actually point us to the Kokiri sword for that hookshot.
Oh, so the paths could be, like, intertwining on each other?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because they're pointing at different items in it.
Purple, we don't know yet. It's not even 20 minutes.
And Prelude on Minuet, which is a very useful song, especially with this child spawn. So that makes me feel a lot better about going back child.
Do we have a vanilla forest medallion? No, fire. Okay.
It's fire.
But we know forest locks fire, so that is 2 potential places where Minuet could end up being our path, because Saria's could be behind.
Sorry, Forest Lux Fire...
Potentially. We don't know
Got it.
confirmed yet.
Got it.
But right now, only Minuet is the other item/song in Graveyard for Path of Vovagia.
Yeah, well, we're gonna find that
There's
out right
still
now.
other places.
Because
Yep,
look where KP is. We're about to find that out.
Yep, it's either the 2 checks here or Sunsong. Oh, we haven't seen Dompe grave digging either. So those are our 4 remaining checks in Graveyard.
Fireball to
We're
the
about
face.
to cut them in half.
If anyone's got their bingo card, that is definitely one of them. Oh god, serious business. That's mean. I love it.
Bringing out the OOT Suns.
AD just for Sunsgrave.
No.
And Alexis finding their slingshot, bow number 2, and light arrows.
Yeah, they're gonna see this bow and go, lol. Alright, that's a 51 for KP. Very nice.
With a fireball in the face, which loses you about like 2.5 seconds. So
Alright,
no items here.
we're
Who
down.
checks down?
We're down to Sunsgrave or digging. For any other possible graveyard stuff, of course.
Yep. It's looking more and more, especially with songs available. It's probably Minuet.
Yeah. I agree.
So I could expect a hammer there, or I mean, like you said, a tunic. It could be wallets. It could be hovers in there.
However, if KP does find something nice in the adult stuff, that does give him the advantage by going adult first here. So he's just hoping to hit that lottery at this point. And that is not it.
That is a stick?
Steak.
Windmill gives us Sarias to make that awful. It's possible.
Yeah?
Oh,
I do like KP going adult sooner, just because of the only check in Goron City you can do as adult right now, without Sarias. So we should find our bomb bag, or we could be looking for hammers somewhere.
Either way, that prediction is end up going to be sitting there longer than I definitely expected.
Yeah.
Anyway. Easy adult shooting, and
Now,
gets his money
what this
back.
could be is you need to find the Kokiri sword and watch it just sit in Valley, right? That would be
Got it.
justice.
Back in the waterfall for the Valley Lakers.
Yeah. And then you need to go into Deku to get your hook shot, to go into Forest to get your hammer, to go into Goron City to get your bombs. There you go. So a lot of
These
back
are
and forth.
all possible. And there's Song of Time.
Hey y'all, that's Song of Time. Hi. You know what I want. I got it last week. Give it to me again, game!
Bud, we don't have irons yet. Calm down.
No.
We'll get them eventually, but we're not there yet.
No, must have more hype. Deal with it.
But what this does show us, though, is that none of the runners can get Saria's song from a check right now, so... I didn't see what that was.
Who put Sun Song on Ocarina of Time?
Oh no, we've got the hint for it?
Yeah, we just got the hint.
Where was it?
Who did it?
It was in the open grotto in Kakariko.
Oh.
Alright, so serious business. Everything is your fault.
Okay, well, I mean, that definitely means that our... I hate it. We know it can't be our bomb sitting in Sunsong is all I'm saying.
Correct.
Yeah, we do know that.
But
we know that.
But we do know we have 2 path items in the graveyard. We think we have them. We're hoping we have them. Anyone who doesn't want to do AD is hoping we have them. But
are we actually hoping that?
yes. Listen, I've mellowed out in my old age. I don't wish AD upon anyone unless your name is Dastar or Tobias.
I am just saying, like, I don't like a minuet path ever. I don't care the implications.
For Dins. Yeah.
Oh, baby. Also, I'll point
There's
out...
a lot of options open. We don't have many items yet, so...
We actually have a lot of our hints already. We're missing Bigoron, 3 sometimes, and 1 path, and that's it.
Was that?
That was arrows on the...
It was arrows? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been shoes from that angle, but... No. Alright, so... as much as, like you said, like, it makes a lot of sense that KP went adult earlier, Alexis has kind of more movement available immediately.
They're about even in songs and everything. Alexis was just a little bit more thorough, not having to worry about bottom of the well and clearing up a lot of those child checks. So they're going to be less worried about. My wife's alarm is going off.
Sorry, getting super dense bottom of the well out of the way early is a massive wipe of the brow there on Alexis. That's gonna, the longer that KP takes to eventually find whatever progression, the more he's going to be sweating about that because he started with storms. And not to mention, Alexis did also get to save about 80 rupees.
Yeah, and even though, as far as we know, there's no reason to think that that mirror shield is required, it was still a shield that Alexis then didn't have to take time to go buy.
I just think it's I think it was fine that KP decided to push the paths before the random bottom of the well checks, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. It's just decisions. I know Alexis has been playing a lot more thorough in Season 6 early on and then really pushing hard. Like, they'll flip a switch when they realize that, hey, I just need to go beat things. Yeah. And you should see that here once we find...
Oh!
There's Hammer!
There's our Hammer! So we actually don't care about what is or isn't in Forest at all.
Yeah. And also, I am going to say that both of those, I mean, as you were saying, Majarkin, both of those are really good plays, and it shows the skill level of these players, that they still came up with equal, maybe not equally, I don't know how good one is versus the other, but the 2 really good plays that both make sense in the context of how they've routed. And looks like I need to check the stream on Alexis' side. 1 second.
So this could be Kukiri swords locked by Hammer. As well. Oh, there's a big... Or this could just be bombs right here in Goron City too, but...
Hey! Yeah. The system works!
Put the spoiler log away, Majarkin.
Well, it had to be locked by Hammer, right?
Yeah, no, you're
Or in Goron City, so...
Yeah, Kayla, nothing is bomb locked because that was our first bomb bag. And also, Bo was in Mito's house, so...
We know where all of the bows are, and almost all of them are immediately available in this seed.
Yeah, and through the hints that we do and don't have, we have good information on most of our loadout, actually. Because we know we have ideas about the hooks. We know the Rang is on Pierre.
Yeah.
We know Case... Yeah, go ahead.
There's a bunch of people asking questions about logic here. So we had a path to Goron City. King Dodongo, or Goron City path to King Dodongo, right? That's very straightforward. Now, people are asking about the strength. Because our child spawn was Zora's domain, that strength is in logic. Without any bombs, without any scale, it's in logic. Just because of your spawn location. And this is a little weird thing with random child spawn. And Bo is in logic for getting the Link the Goron check, which is where the hammer was. So we are completely in logic. We have not really strayed from it yet. But that's kind of logic there. So
Prelude on the minuet check is going to be really nice for when they're child, of course. Having that spawn in domain does not make going adult very easy. Obviously, as an adult, they can just save quit, but having that prelude is nice.
We have all 3 bows in logic.
Yes, we do. With the last one being on Skull Mask, one in Mido's house and one on Target in the Woods.
Okay, I didn't do that one. Something's going on with Alexis's stream, I think.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it's back.
Dins!
Dins in the donger.
An item you don't want to see when it's a stone dungeon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably not gonna be anything. All right, I'm gonna refresh Alexis' side as right after they do this trick.
And there was the trick I was talking about. So rocks or the boulders in Zooter or in Ocarina of Time, their hitbox is actually a cylinder. And they don't actually fully overlap, and there's a small gap in between them there that you can shoot an arrow through and hit the bomb flowers on the other side. That's how that trick works. Now, can I do it? I haven't practiced it. Apparently, there's a setup that you can get it pretty consistently. I just haven't learned it. But Alexis has, and it saves you a lot of time. This is what I was talking about before. You can play Minuet, go that way, and you get to Goron City more quickly. Oh, missing the shot. That's going to cost some time.
Looks like the upper bridge check in DC is just small, so we won't see KP breaking the wall on the other end of the bridge. And what's in the vanilla bomb chest today? Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, no, they've still got, what, 30 nuts? 20? I don't know. How many nuts do you get? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
20.
Start with 20.
Yeah. Look, math is hard, okay?
People are talking about what is the logic currently in Goron... Oh, not Goron, in Graveyard. We don't know yet. It's something... It's either going to be hovers or tunic logic related. Which means we don't care unless we need hovers later. But the runners can complete Fire Temple without tunic or hovers. It doesn't have to be hovers in Forest, though. So...
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that Dompe digging is one of those 2 items still.
Yeah, I'd also like to call out KP is rushing those 10 skulls, going to get, I believe this is going to be number 9 for him over here. Just deciding to get these out of the way and just not worry about it. Alexis picking up bombs. But at the same time, you've also got 2 important items in Minuet and Rudo's in Graveyard already. You know for a fact there are 2 items in that graveyard, but you haven't done Digging or Sun's Grave, and you know Sun's Grave is now OOT locked. So there is potential for a lot of bullshit here.
But
yeah,
luckily
but we're
for the
not...
runners, yeah.
They don't care. They don't care about the actual logic behind that. What they care about is I have 5 hearts and a bottle that I can get through fire with.
Honestly, what they care about is ignoring the logic as much as possible.
Yeah, hovers are certainly nice, and hovers are the only thing that can be before AD. As Chad is pointing out, Shadow is one of our stones today, so if anything were in Sunsong Grave, it would not be hovers. Hey, Greg.
Alright, so Crater Fairy is clearly hard required for Greg.
And you're seeing a little bit of a difference in routing choice here. I think it's better to do the DMC side and route around to Dodongo's Cavern. It's especially better if you have a hookshot or hovers to get the song, but this kind of it's a natural routing to route around here and end up at DC, where if KP wants to go into DMC, Death Mountain Crater, they will have to go all the way up the mountain again and go through Goron City, where Alexis won't have to do that. So,
Graveyard Path to Morpho would not be pleasant.
Alexis going back in for the full heart? Yeah.
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 I think that makes sense. Take the heart container when you can find one.
Especially this doesn't lose you much time. You just jump into the lava and you're right back up top.
Go back out, do the fairy, get a refill.
There is the first earned medallion for Keipi.
Did Alexis do Crater Fairy? It must have been.
Yes.
what?
Alexis did Crater.
Yes.
That was Greg.
Oh, that was Greg. Yes, that makes sense.
You know, the thing you chanted for?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot,
I was not paying attention to where Greg was.
Yeah, KP found that bomb bag first, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I forgot to pay out the prediction. Again, I'm good at this.
So, what we have right now is, here's a bunch of area you can go to. You got explosives, you got a hammer. Go
You're gonna
find
go first.
something.
Yeah, because currently we're not able to get into fire or Deku Tree or forest. I don't know that I would highly prioritize Wolfos Grotto in Sacred Forest Meadow.
So that is not actually locked by Minuet, though.
No,
You can go there as child.
you can go there as child, yeah. But we don't know where Saria's is. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't think that it's a bad shout.
I am thinking that Keipi should go. It looks like Keipi's going to clear out Lost Woods explosive checks, but I think the runners need to go. I know I'm normally against Valley Lake, but Valley Lake, there isn't much left in the seed, right? They have beans as well, so you plant a bean there while you're down there, and you can get Southern Field at the same time. So we really don't have much available to us right now, although we do have Ice Cavern available.
Yeah.
Hey, we have that, so...
Yep, ice is available. First check in Jabu, the fountain fairy there.
Yep, so going child, you could turn that in to give you ice as a good play, and you would get fountain checks at the same time. It's not a bad idea, plus setting up Child Lake and planting the bean. We really don't have high-density plays right now.
You know, funny you should say that, Majarkin, because the Gamba I put up for 5 more minutes is, will Ice Cavern be logically required? Hey, Ice Rushers, this is your chance to make some money off of us.
Yep, so it will really depend, because I think what we're looking for seed logic-wise now is the hookshot. Not hookshot, the Kakiri sword, to get the hookshot. And I don't see much else helping us out. I mean, if we found hover boots or something, it would let us get into Fire Temple, right? To beat that, but we can't get over to Spirit. We can't get over to GTG. Bottom of the Well only had a mirror shield, so it's empty. Now, of course, Keipi doesn't know that yet, so that would be even more reason to go child, right? But we can't get into Fire Temple, Forest Temple. We can only do one check in Jabu. We can't get into water, right? So we can't go into these high check dense areas. So it feels like you're kind of just shooting in the dark at all of our paths are either fulfilled or they are in a spot we can't reach yet. So it's really you've got to just start path. This is where routing experience. How do you route in these checks the best way possible, and make the best of it?
So I think one of the things that people are curious about is, when does somebody go down to do Dompe digging? They're obviously going to have to go back child at some point. When do you see them do Dompe digging, since we know that Graveyard has that 2 paths and could technically have a path that to supplant Minuet?
So I would do it based off of a trip down to lake and just let it naturally go dark on me, because you can't set suns. You don't have suns, so you can't just play it. And so you don't want to just sit there wasting time. You want to route checks in. So if that means it becomes daytime again before you finish lake, that just means you do Southern Field, right?
Yeah.
You just add in checks until you leave.
Yeah, until you finally hit that sweet spot. And, like, honestly, if you hit that sweet spot right when you get into Lake, maybe you just take the L and hike back.
And so, to go on a point I made earlier, KP had to go back up the mountain. I guess KP went through Lost Woods to get here, but back up to DC and coming around. So when Alexis was up here doing this, KP was fighting King Dodongo. Now you see they've swapped places, and now they're pretty much even again. Except that KP has had some of the Lost Woods checks over Alexis, and Alexis has bottom of the well done. So it's just a little bit less efficient to go this route.
If I could quickly shout out Alexis getting that the hammer to break the wall to go down to King Dodongo. That's a frame perfect thing, right?
No.
No.
No, it's just a
positioning.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I thought it had.
I mean,
like,
it's
required
still
a specific
very
position.
impressive that he didn't have to do a setup or anything for it, because
Yeah.
I certainly have to, and then I sit there, like, smacking the floor for about 30 seconds before I finally find the sweet spot.
Yeah, dude just
So
walked
if
up and
you-
was like, "See ya."
So if you open the chest, you'll be lined up with it, and you just have to go far enough so you can just keep swinging the hammer a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I do. And it takes a while.
Yep. So we are. Oh, we got a hint for a small key on the hammer chest.
Yes, that's
Yep.
correct. We have two fire temple checks. Hints. That's the
Here's
word. Hints.
KP. Probably going child. We'll be able to do Bombchu Bowling, do Hyrule Castle Ferry, things that Alexis didn't get to do in Child 1. Oh, no, never mind. We're just running out of the temple. Sounds good.
Setting
setting
Dompe
Dompe
digging.
time! Yes!
Smart.
I forgot to think about that, but that is your other method. It is perfectly Dompe digging time if you go to outside Ganon's castle. So there you go.
And yes.
And probably seeing a bottom of the well play
And yes,
by
Purple
KP
did
as
call
well.
it. Giving Purple credit for calling it.
However, unless it hovers on the Dompe digging, it doesn't help us like with progression. We're still in that spot of what do we do next? Where do we go? And so both
Yeah.
runners syncing up, going child.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, we can't really do anything in the other dungeons right now. So you're definitely clearing out the rest of your child checks because they're available.
I mean, it makes sense, Kalo, that he's angry, considering the only item in the game in the entire world that can destroy him was just sitting in some dude's house in the forest.
The other thing KP is doing by having it at night is Richard is another check. Right now, Kakiri Sword or some other type of progression is anywhere. We have no hints. We don't know where it's at. So routing this in is very good.
Yep. Alexis might have pretty good time of day to go do Castle Fairy and get Castle 2 hint.
Nothing on our first Bombchu Bowling check.
Nada.
And nothing in Bombchu Bowling. Yep.
Nothing.
Now, one thing you won't see KP do is do Hyrule Castle Fairy because you will lose time of day.
Yep.
Richard just had arrows.
Is that's not Alexis' first skull, is it? Okay, fourth. I was about to say, like, that's like the first one I've seen.
I don't believe we found a 50 hint yet, but
It was marked, so I think someone did.
someone did. Okay,
Yeah.
well, there's the boomerang check. Alexis finding that knowledge.
Yeah. And of course, KP right behind Alexis in that Bombchu knowledge.
Yep.
Yep.
Wasn't it? Okay, it was Temple of Time. So the 4 hints at Temple of Time were both 40s, the 50, and the one other one that I don't remember.
The one other one.
I know there are 4 hints, and I don't remember it.
And here's KP going to get Dompe digging, and then probably bottom of the well. Alexis,
Oh, Skull Mask.
I think I think Alexis might save quit. Yep, and then gonna turn in letter. That's what's
Yeah, the other Temple of
that
Time
opens
hits the
up.
Skull Mask.
Ice. You can always warp out of here with Minuet as well.
Mm-hmm.
We could have a weird item on the boomerang chest in Jabu.
Yeah, but KP wants to do that flame storage because of those double graveyards. Just wants to make
Yep.
sure, since he's here for Dompe digging, just, full clear the path.
And then, if nothing is on either of these checks, you don't...
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Missing the flame storage. Or just maybe taking the stick out a little too late. If you get too far, like the room unloading, you can't pull it out.
Yeah, he did 4 side hops, which is usually what you're able to do, but if you go just a little too far with one of them,
Yeah.
you lose it.
See,
Right on the edge there.
I legitimately didn't know that was a thing. I just did it. And I'm not an expert in the trick, of course, but I did not know that it would unload after a while.
Yep,
Yes.
anytime the torch unloads, that's when you lose flame storage.
Good
So
to
how
know.
flame storage works is the stick is still where it was when you put it away for a frame or I don't know the exact duration, but for a little bit. And so because it spawns and it's still inside there, and then it spawns on your arm if you haven't reloaded the room. So it's going through the fire basically. Here's Dompe grave digging.
It's iron!
Oh.
Also, I would like to point out that KP did not have money until he moved that tombstone.
All planned out.
Yeah.
So
Iron
boy.
is
Icy
interesting.
Waters?
Icy Waters is in play.
Oh, that's gross. I love it.
Tektite Grotto.
Also, someone
Yep,
paged
check that.
Extronomy. we got those DLC boots.
That's interesting.
But you see Alexis just cleaning up the Lost Woods checks here, which is kind of expected.
Yeah,
So KP
probably Child Goron City too.
KP finding those irons is big. I expect him to probably turn in letter after this, after bottom of the well. It's your most check dense area plus a song, so.
What? Song?
Huh? What?
Were you saying bottom of the well, like into Ice Cavern? Is that?
Who? Majarkin? Or me?
Yeah. But
Bottom of the well into turning in letter into either going ice, going back adult ice, or it just depends what you want to clear. But opening up ice would be the play you want to do on this child cycle.
okay.
Yeah, well, turning in the
Sorry.
letter, moving.
I thought you were saying bottom of the well gives you a song, and I'm like, this is not songs on dungeons.
Oh no,
I
no,
would
yeah.
not be here.
No, but
Not
ice
yet,
does.
at least.
And what songs would even help us in ice right now? We know it's not Suns, and we know it's
Opponent.
Epona. Yeah, that would be the biggest one. Epona would be huge.
Benji, I'm not gonna lie, you're like the third person to make that joke.
Yeah.
But we're kind of hoping for it at this point. It's funny.
Oh,
Hey, it could be. It could technically be.
Bolero would be nice.
would open up Fire Temple for us, and a song.
And it's just really nice on routing.
Yeah.
Problem is, if there's nothing in fire, or well, I guess we'll just beat it. But if there's nothing there, Bolero doesn't help you unless you have a hookshot or hovers for routing, because you can't go anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, and you need a hook shot to get the boomerang anyway.
Yeah, having that early boomerang hint is definitely different.
Yeah, I think that changes how, even when you do get access to fire, like, I don't think you're going there without a hook shot.
Well, what you do know is fire is not hookshot locked, because you know what's on Pierre. So
Yeah.
you don't actually need one. Yeah.
Yeah, but you need the boomerang.
I know, and
don't
you don't
wanna
want to
go
come back.
back.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back for it.
But what
Like,
if K
if you-
Sword's in fire?
Yeah,
I-
if you can get there, granted, like, it's right by the shortcut. It's not the end of the world if you have to go back, but just, I would be cursing every second that I had to be back in that dungeon.
I also find it funny that the dungeon item that just happens to be in Fire Temple gets you the Fire Medallion.
That is true.
And it's... Oh!
KP having a tough time with Dead Hand here.
Goron Pot's got bomb bag.
I knew it! I knew it! Earlier I was like, God, what if one of them just tried to strong arm it with strength? It's not in logic, but it'd be funny. That is a very bomb-locked bomb bag.
Alright, I know exactly what we need to find now. It's clearly the Bombos Medallion.
This is not that game.
Oh, which game now? Tell me.
Links to the Past.
Okay, because the way... I wasn't going to say anything, and then you just kind of hesitated on it. I'm like, do you know?
No, that was a grimace. I was trying to add
Okay, no, that's
grimaces to
fair.
my inflection.
That is totally fair, but I had to ask.
So what I will say is, between the runners, we're pretty even on things that have been checked. There's a very few slight differences. Obviously, the iron boots on Dompe digging, but
Yeah, the iron boots are big. We don't have any reason to believe you couldn't gold scale water, but we don't have a gold scale. It's easier just to use iron boots.
yeah.
Yep.
And Alexis going lake, and we'll see if it's Valley Lake first. I would guess so.
And KP now has the lore that the well only had the mirror shield. So he's going somewhere.
Probably check Hyrule Castle Ferry,
Oh, fair.
just to get it off the list, because it's still nighttime here.
Oh, that's true. And nice ice arrows. But you also, I remember you said that specifically he wasn't doing that to keep the time of day. Now he doesn't need it anymore.
Yep.
Yep.
And I would think Keipi's going to do the same thing Alexis did and say put from back here to turn in letter.
Yep. Would make
and
sense.
then it will be a decision, because Keipi has those irons. Does Keipi just play Prelude and go adult to go straight to ice, or does Keipi go down to lake like Alexis is? Now Keipi's path to lake is a little bit worse, especially since they've already cleared the bombable Lost Woods, where Alexis kind of routed that in as child instead of doing it as adult, which then let Alexis leave Kokiri Forest and take that route to lake here, as you're seeing. So
Was that Valley Hammer Rocks?
There was a Gerudo Valley check that said purple rupee. I don't remember what the check was.
it has to be Hammer Rocks. Yeah, that's the only
Well,
one.
then I guess so.
This doesn't have the dual hint pool, which would include...
Maybe Season 7.
Maybe Season 7!
Dual hints. What is this? SGL?
So we are not seeing
love
Valley.
dual hints.
Yeah,
League also has some dual hints, I believe.
Yes. I think League is the one who developed them, maybe?
It was either SGL or League. I don't remember which.
But they're in
Alexis
League
can't
Season
get
4.
irons.
No, it is way past Dompe time.
Yep.
So it'd have to go night again.
Mhm.
So depending if they lock anything, this could be huge for KP. Of course, we need them for water anyways. We haven't found a single scale.
Alright, a non-cursed Scarecrow song. We do love to see it. I don't know, Tobias. You make it sound like I actually have power over there. Damn.
I am
it looks
surprised that you didn't have free Prelude, but I know that that's kind of a pain when it comes to checks.
We gave you a lot of free stuff.
So we just see KP following in Alexis's footsteps here, doing Child Gone City. I don't blame them at all. You don't know where your progression is. Iron Boots is really just 2 checks. It's not actually that great, right?
Right.
Well,
At
yeah,
this
and
time.
I mean, like, bombs open up a lot of things. Blows the seat open, as it were. It's just kind of hilarious that progression is not behind them.
How shocking. You mean stuff in this game is locked behind bombs. Wow.
Yeah. And you would think it would open up a lot, but there's actually quite a bit of the seat that's locked. So this is really following the density and just not wanting to have an extra age change. I think it's why both are going to. Well, we haven't seen Keipi go to Lake yet, but I would expect by going to Lost Woods this way that is what they'll do. And Ruto's letter spawn is a piece of heart. So, j- plant the bean and then go adult from Alexis is what it looks like. They will not. They will not be waiting for time of day. Unless it's, they might have it timed out where if you go Valley, it will be dark. Right now, it's possible.
I think it'll be pretty close for Alexis. Yeah, I think he'll definitely need to just go. Oh no,
Just getting the hint stone here.
yeah,
Because if you go Valley to make it dark, you would then warp out of Valley.
yeah. It just looked like he was headed towards the owl,
and he is. So, with Prelude though. Going Valley this way? I'm confused. Oh, Northern Hyrule field checks on the way to Valley instead of skipping them.
Yeah, makes sense.
So again, it's routing efficiency. You're getting checks while setting up for other checks, right? You're not just walking a path to get somewhere. You're doing things along the way when you don't have a progression or a path to follow.
Big Goron is dead. This will also give us a good idea how big of an advantage those iron boots can be. Though Alexis is likely to pick them up, be prioritizing that time of day for Dombe.
Yeah. Alexis is about to see what he's missing out on because he doesn't have those yet. KP is obviously... No, they're going Lake. Never mind.
They're going Lake, yep. So
yep.
We're just... KP's falling right behind Alexis, but has that slight advantage of iron boots, but it might just sync up here. It's kind of looking like it.
Okay, the position... No, it was a bomb. The position of one of those fish made me, like, half a second think that there was a hookshot down there, and I got really confused.
Oh, I thought it was a bottle with a fish in it.
No, it was just a blueberry.
Okay.
Bomb refill, yep. And
Also,
KP's going to find out that there's nothing on the way down here. So.
I will be back in just a few seconds. I'm going to try and steal with my fan noise.
Okay.
And will Alexis make it in time? I think he has plenty of time for getting the 2 Valley checks and then warping out. It's like 2.5 minutes daytime or something like that, and 1.5 minute night. Something like that. Oh no, that's sunsetting. It's going to be close. I don't know if Alexis will be able to get the waterfall check. Definitely the crate here. But you save. As soon as it goes night, you save, and then you can go check it and then save quit. Yep.
Yep.
So he'll be fine.
Nuts.
Might even still be fine without it, too. And there's nighttime for Alexis. So you got like 10 seconds or something like that.
Unless K-Sword is in the waterfall, and then you're like, alright, all bets are off.
Okay, Alexis saving just to make sure. Time of day. And it's a piece of heart. So, going to get the hint, so we will see a safe quit here.
Yo, I heard we were getting nuts while I was gone.
Yeah, there were nuts in the crate.
So KP's actually going Valley first before Lake.
Alexis thinks he has Dompe time. It's not quite as tight as we usually make it sound.
It's like 10 seconds, so yep.
Also needs the bloopy.
Hey, that's fine. It's planning, so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what KP did, too. Benji, we had Light Sphere 0 in Mitos.
And so right now what we have, the difference between the 2 runners is Alexis has done the Child Lake, which KP's about to do, and Valley. And then it's Alexis has turned in Letter. That is pretty much the only difference. And I think Alexis has done Chickens where KP has not. And then KP has gotten these CAC skulls and turned into 10 skulls. That's pretty much the difference between these two runners. So we're going to be looking at a minute difference at most here once they both complete their routes right now. And I fully expect both runners to go to ice. There's not much left to do in the seed.
Yeah, and they're on... well, yeah, Alexis did do the Fountain Fairy in there too, so that's probably almost dead even.
I would also like to point out here, just for those who are unfamiliar with the format here, this is a best of 3, so whoever wins this, it's not over. There's still going to be at least one more game, maybe 2, depending on how things work out. So obviously, getting that first game is going to be a big advantage in this series, but it could go either way. I know KP lost lost the match last round, and he's here now, so here you go.
Yep.
And on the other topic, here in about 10 seconds, it's a happy 1 hour, everyone. So, I need to remember all the commands.
How is it happy hour if I don't have booze? It's just the letters, so C, T, yeah.
R.
All right, so, yeah, thank you to our runners who are letting us restream. Oh, no, we require them to let us restream. Mwahaha. But thanks to the runners for putting on this great show. Keipi and Alexis, so go follow them. They're great. They race all the time. Of course, let's do all this. We don't have a monitor, so, and then tracker. And thank you to our trackers who make this all possible, Rafa and Shinnok, who have been volunteering quite a bit. So thank you a lot for all the support you've been doing. And then, of course, thank you to my co-commentators, Mel and Dastar.
I'm going to just quickly chime in here because you missed Ronan on the trackers.
Yeah, Ronan's in the middle there.
Oh, I missed it. I'm so sorry. Shinnok's not even tracking, doing the note sheet.
I mean, that's still tracking.
It's a thing.
We love our trackers here. I'm just, we need it. Obviously, we're gonna need a picture of Donut Doug as payment here. Clearly.
Oh, we'll get that.
Okay.
Did Alexis, I believe, planted a bean in Lake?
I have no idea.
Yes.
Okay.
Alexis did.
Because that and ice, like you said, are kind of...
yes.
Oh, yeah.
AJ
and
with
the French.
Oh, yeah,
FR.
French
Yep.
We got distracted.
That one I even put in the damn title and I forgot. Holy moly. So Papi Grant is doing this restream over in the French language. If you understand that language better than our gibberish, feel free to go listen to him.
Is there not a Brazilian restream?
Not today. They could not get comms for this one today.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is, but, it happens.
Everyone's talking about what we need for glow... Well, not even glow mode, for go mode. But we need the Keipi sword here, because it's locking a hook.
Yep.
That's the only thing possible it can be locking.
Keipi sword's just locking everything else, right? Basically that we need?
Probably at this point, yeah.
Yeah. K-sword magic, both hooks.
Yeah.
Access to Fire Temple to get Boomerang plus Boomerang itself. Yeah,
bad. It's fine.
And here's Keipi doing domain and turning in the letter. So, and Alexis going straight to ice. Most dense area. Not surprised at all. Because besides for ice, what are our checks? 20 skulls is in logic because we have a bottle.
Adult Lake.
Adult Lake. That's it that we haven't seen.
And just remember that Gamba's up, so when we find something that nobody actually needs, like Lens of Truth here, we know that we can pay it out.
Hey, we might need Lens of Truth.
We might need Lens of Truth.
Logically. Oh, yeah, TCG, right. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'd be shocked if that wasn't hinted, though.
Is ice logically required?
It is.
Yep.
I was joking that nobody actually needs
There are
Lens.
items we could get that we won't know the answer to for a little bit.
Yep. Where's our Kokiri sword?
So, right now, I would say Alexis has the lead by a couple of minutes, right? This is your biggest play here. Alexis was adult first, and Keipi is just finishing the checks that Alexis has already done. Probably going adult right after checking what's on the diving game.
Wait,
nothing.
I thought KP went adult first because Alexis was in the well getting the mirror.
Going adult first the second time.
Gotcha. Okay, I got really confused there, sorry.
Yep, so Alexis has cleared all the child checks first and gone adult. There's no... Alexis has finished everything child. Keipi's about to finish everything child and go next. So we know our progression is somewhere either here in Fountain, in Ice, or Adult Lake. We're about to see what Icy Waters is. I can't see what that is. Bomb. Oh no, is that a shield? A Highland shield?
Tunic?
Oh,
Tunic? No. Lens?
Lens. It is
Lens.
lens. There you go.
Look, we'll just list every item until we get it right. It's fine.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Well, that's not an ice. So, magic and ice for TCG, maybe.
Gross.
Alexis is going to. Nope.
Make it. Let's go,
Barely made it.
Alexis.
And then going to do the slash as getting up here to make it on. It is a little finicky. It's quite quick.
Yeah, I prefer to go to these moving ones because they let you up
Yeah.
than just jumping over like this.
I mean, this is Ocarina of Time Rando, so I mean, everything's finicky.
Yeah. It's a well-coded game, and we love it for how bad it is.
Certain checks just aren't, or certain tricks just aren't consistent, like box skip and Jabu. Although I've seen Drew get it like time and time again. There's certain people who can just get the timing, but that's a shame for Alexis. If you can get Keipi still has to clear Northern Ohio Field, but doing it as adult at least.
There could be something in Colossus. I would say the biggest thing is we have no access to anything across Valley. We don't have a horse. We don't have our two hook shots, which once we find those, we don't care about that anyway. We don't have our hovers. It just...
Yeah, we don't have any way to actually logically cross.
Yeah, so Lens would more than likely be for Lens minigame.
And we do...
If it was anything at all, yeah.
If anything, yeah.
Yeah, and we do
we
know...
could get Epona's in ice.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking it's going to be, because I don't even know why I'm thinking it, but I do think it's going to be Epona's here. Sunsong's on OOT, Gutrin.
Just K-Sword right here.
Yeah,
the ice
Epona's
keeps keeping
at the
us
end.
in suspense here.
And survey says... Yep.
Yay! So, we kind of knew we were looking for that the whole time. So, Alexis is going to finish ice here and probably even unfreeze the king because you don't want to come back.
Yeah, for sure.
But what this gives you, Alexis is going to, immediately after unfreezing the king, if they decide to do that, there is a chance they skip it, cut a corner. I wouldn't recommend it for that check, but immediately go Deku, probably full clear it, get your hook shot, beat Forest, beat Fire, and then that gives us 2 more songs.
Yep. And do
One of them is Requiem, so.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we find the hint for the path to Morpha.
It's just gonna be graveyard.
All right.
And we can pay out the.
That was long done. That was done before Tobias even said anything. But at this point, with this amount of hints and items, we are on the path to basically everything.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm just gonna do who's gonna win.
Yeah, we are missing long shot. We know where everything else is. Now our runners do need to go down to Lake as adult and set up Scarecrow Song.
Yep.
Somewhere in this whole push here before doing Fire. So I like someone said in chat, hoping for Serenade here. Vanilla Serenade would actually be the best song you could find, in my opinion, because it would let you set up Scarecrow quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, you know that the hookshot in Deku is path, which means you're just as likely to find it in forest along the way.
It very well could, yeah.
I think Serenade as a song is just very underrated in Rando, just because it's not required for anything, but it does make routing a lot easier in general.
Oh, that's so interesting because I remember when the season started, there was a lot of discussion, and like Sponge, for example, was adamant that a Serenade start was better than a Prelude start
Yes,
because
it
you
is.
still have your, random child spawn. It's guaranteed access back to uh Temple of Time pretty easily, and you're sitting there like, I'm not gonna abandon Lake.
And
Yeah,
we have
and
how many times have we seen this tournament of just
ooh.
fishing? Well, we know what this is.
This is a Zora
Oh
team.
wait, yeah, you're right.
But how many times
I'm
this tournament have we
sad now.
seen fishing been a problem for somebody? So, that lake has bit people in the butt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that was Epona's.
Good call.
Oh, hey, I was right. Nice. Go me.
Now these runners won't be exploring Epona's at all here soon. So Alexis is doing the safe play, not skipping unfreezing the king, which I completely agree with. KP right behind, Ice Temple behind Alexis, essentially right now.
Mhm.
So that's the gap between these runners.
Yeah, Purple, it's not great to have GTG available, but you're going through Fire Force Jabu first, and you could find Longshot in any one of those before you even have to think about going to GTG.
Honestly, I like that it's available because what are you going to do after Fire Force Jabu if you don't get Longshot? What's your play? It's go over to Spirit, Child Spirit, right? Having GTG available and in Logic, that's your next biggest dense area. Like, look how much we've cleared. And just bomb shoes on the king.
Let's also be real here,
couple.
because there's oh god, did I just forget what I was going to say? Probably. But frick it, moving on. Back to you.
Oh yeah, we don't have magic.
We don't have magic. Yep. Now, and I was just thinking that because Deku could be magic
Yo,
for the first two checks in Shadow.
or Lens minigame.
Or Lens minigame, or for crossing. If there's something out in Colossus, the Colossus Ferry, for instance.
Crossing still isn't in Logic though. We don't have hovers.
Right, we don't have hovers, so never mind. But yeah, you can't even do that. That's just lame.
So I mean, you can do it.
I wouldn't
It
in
could
this
be.
case.
Oh, now I
It
remember.
could be what it's for, but considering what you're looking for is one of the items that puts crossing into Logic.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Now I remember. When you have you just said that Alexis obviously has the advantage here. That advantage is literally an ice cavern.
Yep.
That's not much.
Yep.
That's not
It's
much
like
at all.
4 or 5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Why are we even talking about crossing Logic?
Because I
we
want
know
a nice.
we're getting Requiem.
Blame
you
Goot
won't
Room.
get Requiem if you don't get Hookshot.
Oh, that's right. We were talking
Yep.
if it's magic. That's
Yeah.
right.
So KP getting their Kikiri sword here. You finish Ice. If anyone just left here, I would be so shocked. So, not surprisingly, that's what KP's going to do. So we'll still have that Ice Temple. It's the Ice Temple now. It was going to be Ice Temple or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or Forest was going to be the Wind Temple, or there's some lore.
Yeah, pretty much anything that seems weird when you get into Ganon's Castle Trials, it's because that was an aspect of the dungeon originally. So like Forest having the weird wind turbine things, that's because it was originally going to be wind.
Yep, but here we go into Deku, and gosh, seeing some of the times people did with Doc Heap's like individual level, like the Deku times, you can do this in just slightly under 4 minutes. It's crazy, getting all checks plus beating Goma. So.
Yep.
I do like Purple's comment here. The hint stone's just saying, by the way, hook here.
Yep.
Probably in here.
And so I think a lot of the time difference, you've noticed like KP's done all the same checks as Alexis, and Alexis is just slightly ahead, right? They really haven't deviated much. It was the how you routed the checks in, and Alexis getting a little bit lucky with the songs. Finding like it worked out really well. The order they found the songs. But it's also like it's the little choices like doing DMC before DC and things like that. That just little bits of time can add up.
Yeah, and I think that's really just as we were talking about at the very beginning, a little bit of Alexis's experience showing, because as we've shown, while KP is relatively newer to the scene, he's only been playing for about a year. He's obviously very good. He's not going to get here if he's not good. But obviously Alexis has been doing this a lot longer. They're very even in terms of actual playing, as we saw in that stats early on. They're 10-10 even split. But Alexis had something like 200 more races on the list.
Yep, and it's probably even more than that. As they were racing before race time was a thing. So, in our first big chest in Deku. Oh, fire arrows!
Oh no!
Well, we can't use them. So.
I mean, we have Dins, so that doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's not
I would
the
also
item.
say, I mean, I think Alexis, like you said, the songs definitely played out a little better in his favor, but he's played a little cleaner than KP2. Not to, like, say KP's been playing badly, that's not what I'm saying, but...
Yeah, execution-wise, KP and Alexis have been pretty even. There haven't been major mistakes. I think it's major, like, routing differences in how it flowed with the items we found is what made the difference. Also, Goma has the item.
I'd say I love to see it, but my mom told me never to lie.
So what could this be if it's not hookshot? It has to be hookshot, right?
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
Mel?
magic for treasure chest game. Magic for the first 2 checks in Shadow.
And that's it, right?
And that's
It
about
can only really be magic if it's not
could
hookshot.
be another strength for GTG.
It could be hovers.
That is
No,
available.
that's past hookshot.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
Survey says...
Hovers. Oh god, if it's hovers.
The hook.
There's
Yay!
the hook. Easy one, yep.
Alright. So we're basically just on a straight line at this point.
Yep. Forest.
Until Longshot isn't in one of those 3 dungeons.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's forest, go to lake to get Scarecrow Song, Fire, Jabu.
We are still missing that the Morpha hint, which will obviously tell us straight up, hey, where's that hookshot going to be?
I could also just be Morpha Path of Graveyard.
Yeah.
Because
oh god, it could. I hate it.
Because the irons. Yep.
Irons haven't given us anything yet, so
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you're going forest here first because you have the warp song.
Yep.
And then
so Alexis is a Deku tree ahead now.
Which, by the way, blink and you'll miss it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think the lead has changed much since Ice Cavern. They're about the same amount of time.
Yeah, it's the same.
But we'll get some answers here. We're vaguely expecting to find hovers in here still.
That or a wallet or the Goron tunic.
Yeah.
I don't think the runners care about this hint anymore. It doesn't actually benefit you for any of the other dungeons, right?
I mean, hovers are nice to have. Even if you don't need them, you're not upset if you find them in here.
I would be, because then Shadow.
I
don't want to find hovers.
In my bad gamer opinion, I would definitely, like Mel said, also like hovers just because makes things a lot easier. To me, it's a lot like Serenade. You don't need it right now, but it will help everything happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does save you little bits of time here and there so it's good to have. But at the same time, logically speaking, I don't want to find it because
Well,
if
I
I'm
mean, I
getting
don't.
down, yeah,
Yeah, I don't think you're thinking Shadow until, again, after all of those, and frankly, even after GTG. I would put
yeah,
Shadow after GTG because then you would even know, alright, I mean, was Fire Hovers locked or
Oh,
not?
I hate it. Oh, that was Baronade. Never mind. I saw
It's still
blue.
Baronade.
I
Yeah.
saw blue. I saw blue.
Yeah, you're right. I would go GTG first before a Stone Shadow, but how many times has Stone Shadow held an item and long shot could be there, right?
Yeah.
Um,
But I guess I would rather have it, like Dastar said, for later. First off, it helps in the dungeons you're in already and have to do. You might be able to disregard it entirely once you are done with fire. But it's just then
we'll
you
just
have
pull long
options.
shot out of forest, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's the hope here.
And then we've got a jet if that happens. So
You said it before. Go mode. It's ruined.
it's ruined. Perfect. That's what I was signing up for.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But yeah, I mean, yes, I would like to have it just to make my gameplay easier. But I'm also not a top 128 runner. I'm not even a top 1,000 runner. I don't exist in that list
I
at
don't
all.
think there are 1,000 runners, so
That-
Top 1,000
I
runner,
think you're
that's-
top
That is exactly the joke. Yes.
I think you're safe there.
Damn it.
We still don't have magic, so another reason why hovers are nice because we can't even go into shadow yet.
What was that sound?
Oh, that was interesting.
Oh, that was Alexis getting bits apparently, according to the
Oh,
thing on his
I
channel,
was like, oh,
because that appeared on the restream there.
Oh,
Someone
one
just
shot. Magic.
someone just gave Alexis some money. So you know what? Sure. There it is.
Hovers!
Oh.
No.
Hovers.
we were
Oh.
talking. That means it's a short fire.
Yeah,
At least,
nice
yeah.
short fire.
I
I mean, not really. You
it's
still have
not
to go
because
to
you
the
need.
air,
Yeah, you need the
Oh.
air. Oh, this is something.
but gross, but
Yep.
it's fine.
It could actually mean that we have to beat fire, go back in.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Look,
It's actually very likely with that hovers being the path there.
look. Let's.
Um,
Sorry. Go ahead.
It's just statistically likely because of how far up here is.
Yeah.
And it has to be beatable, so
And
like
there was.
fully accessible.
And there was no way Randobot was letting us out of this tournament without giving us some kind of pain at the last second.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Vivagia will have a key. That's generally what causes being hovers locked, or not. Hovers being path to Vivagia is typically your key locked, and Vivagia has a key. So, and it's very unlikely to not have the keys you need all the way up to where you can access Pierre. Because you're only missing one key at that point to fully climb and get another 2 checks. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Shannock reminding us there is a key hinted up on Hammer Chest, which there is a spare key that could be it, but it always makes a hover lock a little more likely.
Here's
And
KP.
sadly, we don't have Serenade yet.
Yep. And here's KP going into Goma, so we'll see exactly where Alexis is in Forest. We're getting double Forest. It was kind of inevitable with the how linear the seed is.
Well, then I'll go have my nap now then. See you later.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, I'll just get my dogs on. We'll just do Donut Dog Cam instead.
I mean, you make it sound like any person at all would have a problem with that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have a slight problem with that, because this is the grand finals going on. I love it, but...
Comes.
You have seen my masterpiece of just having it on the bottom of the screen and not blocking any runner stuff.
Yeah, I know. I just
But
think
this
these
is the
runners
grand
have worked.
finals.
Yeah, no,
I think
you're
these
right,
runners
you're right,
have
and
worked really hard, and even Double Forest deserves our full attention.
Yes, I was very much just being sarcastic, but you are absolutely correct, and I do not wish to insinuate otherwise.
Yep. But Alexis doing the cool little bit of time save using the ground jumps and hovers to allow you to skip pushing the blocks and saving a little bit of time in forest. Always appreciate that.
What's that? The hovers are nice, Majarkin?
I know, they save time. It's just, we're a magic away from long shot and shadow. So,
Mel, you can't see it, but I'm offering you a high five right now.
Get owned.
just wait. Shadow Temple is Path to Morpha.
Bless.
For Strength 2, for Long Shot and Spirit.
You know what's worse than that? You know what's actually worse than that? Oh, no, I guess it doesn't change that. It is in Shadow. It's on the manager.
Hmm.
Nah, the manager always has a key. But, so, Keipi is just now entering Forest. So, about half of Forest, not even half of Forest, it's less than that, behind Alexis. So, Red Poe Room difference from entering, so... We'll get a little time estimate. I wrote the time down. So we'll see about how different they are, but this could really come down to where's the long shot if we're searching again and the choices the runners make. Now, if we run into it, this is a very much execution, and Alexis would have a pretty sizable lead then, but until we know where that long shot and magic are, still anyone's game here.
Yeah, and, I mean, you say, obviously chat's going to start coming up with the cursed ideas here, and there's always, that Purple just beat me to it, Sun Song Grave, it does still exist. There's also the whole thing of just, yeah, could be Strength 3, but we don't even have Strength 2 yet.
Yeah. It's true.
I'm just hoping to see a treasure chest game. I want to guess, you know.
Yeah, I would also be very interested in seeing treasure chest game. So if like magic ends up being here, or the 3 dungeons that we can do, I think after Jabu, good time to route in that. Just be like, I'm done as child. Bye. At least I hope I'm done as child. There is a requiem beyond these. Oh god, it could be in Child Spirit.
Like, I want to see Toilet Shannock, but not like that!
Oh, Keipi having a little bit of trouble shooting the eye there.
Showing off the essay aim?
SA, South America. Got it.
Yeah. Another biggie. We just get long shot right here.
Long shot. Magic?
Oh, go on to next. Hey, that could be Path to Fire too.
Yep, both of our outstanding potential fire paths here. Chillin'.
You know Alexis is seeing that and just cursing to himself.
Yep. And now we know, confirmed, that it is not Sun Song Grave for anything fire related. So...
Yep. Yeah, Sun Song Grave still has the potential for that long shot.
You know what really sucks?
Disgusting, but we hope not.
You know, no, never mind, I don't think that's possible, actually. Never mind.
What's not possible?
The logic that my brain decided to try and tell me was real.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Brain just wishes it was.
Yeah, basically. Okay, fine. The thing that my brain thought of for that half second was, place we were just talking about. Sun Song Grave having first magic, and that's what I was realizing. Wait, no, that's not possible.
No.
Yeah.
Sadly, no.
Yeah, that's where I was at.
I think one of the interesting things is I find that so often when Sun Song is on Ocarina of Time, that ends up as a sometimes hint. Which is always nice because you're like, oh, I don't need this, or oh, hey, I do need this. Because of course you're always getting your Frogs 2 hint. Unless the game puts it in really bad locations.
Alright, so KP's done with the courtyard just as Alexis is taking out green. So
that very well done by Alexis.
Yeah, that was clean.
That was nice.
In fact, very clean.
Yeah. Once Keipi gets to the Red Po room, we'll have a estimate of time difference here. It's looking to be probably around 6 minutes. Could be a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I was thinking 7 in my head, but
Yeah, it's 6 to 7. It was 1 hour, 24 minutes, 30 seconds, or around there for when Keipi entered Forest and Alexis was in the Red Po room, so...
Yeah, when you have Alexis executing like he just did on that green Poe, it's obviously not going to get any shorter.
Nope, and that is... Experience really helps with that, too. That's one of the things I'm really practicing on is consistent execution. And the top runners show it again and again and again that they have some of the best execution and are consistent about it. So, not surprised to see Alexis having good execution here in this race.
I mean, but also don't sell yourself short, Majarkin. You also made the brackets here. You are also one of these top runners.
Until I go into Water Temple, but that's a different story.
Well, look, I wasn't going to bring that up.
imagine going into Water Temple.
It's not me.
Hey, we could get vanilla long shot here. Just saying.
Oh, I mean, I'm always here for a vanilla long shot just because I think it's the best meme.
Purple, I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Wow, the shade.
It feels a little bad, but it was also kind of funny. Anyway.
Alexis about to go into Phantom Ganon here.
I 100% agree, Kalo, on... I personally think adult archery is a lot harder just because you can't just turn your brain off and know where the rupees are going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think they both have their advantages and disadvantages. Child shooting, you know the pattern that you're looking for. Adult shooting, you have an actual like aim assist, so even when you're surprised, you have better chance to kind of adjust.
Yeah, for sure. But here we got Phantom Ganon. Let's see if we can pull off a one cycle here.
I don't think he's going for it.
Yeah, he's not going for it.
Yeah,
well, not the 0 cycle.
Well,
at least.
Yeah, that's...
might get the actual 1 cycle. Oh,
well,
okay.
nope. And yes, 0 cycle is what I meant, but you're right. He didn't go for it.
There we go.
And KP is about 7.5 minutes behind Alexis. So, at least from the earlier timestamp, we'll see for actually beating Forest. But right now, Alexis should just be going straight down to Lake, which this kind of is unfortunate. Oh, we do have Eponas at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it may just not be. Oh no, it's marked. I'm just dumb. I'm blind. So.
Oh, Alexis didn't check these hints. Okay.
Yeah, if memory serves, Majarkin, actually, I think I joked to you about that. I think you actually do your markings, those on the tracker, slightly different than everybody. You do the other way around. And that's... yeah.
Yep, I do. So I always have to remind myself.
Yeah, because and that's from doing all these, like, I keep looking at them like, okay, I want to double check it and make sure I'm reading this right because maybe I'm not. Alright.
Alexis going to fire first? Maybe forgetting about that boomerang hint? I know Alexis read it.
I mean, I think Alexis is seeing if Serenade is on Bolero.
Serenade on Bolero, and maybe just getting the quick dungeon clear. He knows where the rang is, but, you know, maybe just get the medallion and get out of there. Because that does give him a song.
You get 2 songs here. Yeah. Also, if you beat Fire, you get another.
Yeah, that's absolutely the case. He's going for Serenade, and that's 2 songs of the 5 that are missing. 4 that we don't know about. 3. Math is hard.
Yep, and the other one we don't know about would be on Requiem, which would be locked. So, and there it is. So.
And then either Bolero or Saria are going to be on the Prelude check, and the other one's on Colossus, as you just said.
Yeah, I mean, Saria should be on Prelude, I think, but I suppose it could be behind Crossing since we don't have.
I would guess it's behind Crossing just due to song logic.
Yeah,
like,
not
otherwise
Crossing,
the
but behind
Minuet.
Fire. It's behind Fire regardless.
Yeah.
Which is why Minuet was Path.
Oh yes, you're right. It could be on Prelude too, for the whole path. Yeah.
Yeah. Prelude or out at Colossus, and you need Requiem.
We've got a Scarecrow,
Going to
everybody.
clear Adult Lake.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. These aren't explicitly hook locked, but you never know what you're gonna get.
It's
Hookshot
game,
doesn't have to be hook locked here,
but Magic doesn't need to be either. So it's game 1 of 3. You just play it thorough, and I like that play, honestly.
actually it does have to be hook locked, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It does.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
well,
was hinted Path to Phantom Ganon, not Morpha, so you know that the other hook is hook locked.
fine.
Sorry.
It doesn't have to be a
Oh yeah, no, I was saying Magic.
directly behind a hook. It just has to be in the chain. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised clearing Lake here. I guess because you're down here already, but
We got
I
a
would have
fish.
expected it when going to GTG if we don't find anything.
Yeah, I mean,
in Fire or Jabu.
Magic can be anywhere. We have no information on that. You're coming here anyway to set up your Scarecrow. I don't hate it.
I'm just thinking from a you've got progression that you know you can do, and if it's there instead, it's better, and you will be coming back here guaranteed. Or Water Temple, or if you don't find it in this chain, to go to GTG.
And
Unless you're reversing, but.
And as I've mentioned earlier, Incoherent is one of the people who have benefited off of that adult fishing actually being a jerk to some of our runners this tournament.
Alexis not doing Lab Dive. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
It's not in logic, so we're missing 2 scales for it to be logic.
True.
I know, but you can do it.
I mean, if you're being thorough, then you just do it, but that's the whole thing.
That's like, I'm on team why do these checks if you're not gonna do that too.
No, I get what you're saying, and I'm with you on that. I feel like you do either all of it or you don't.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with cutting that corner. If we had 1 scale, it'd be a little bit more like we could easily find another one anytime now. But missing 2 for that, I think it's fine. You can get back there easily too with Serenade, anyways. So. And for Keipi3's sake, we kind of hope that they also go check the Bolero song to save the time walking to water. That would be a big time loss over Alexis that they can't really afford at this time to have to walk down to water.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Alexis didn't take the time to equip, probably going to equip the tunic at switching items here, I would guess.
Yeah. Set up your Fire Temple equips. Oh no, not yet.
It is easy to forget about items you just picked up. It happens to me with like Big Goron Sword and Curious Sword and stuff like that all the time, so. And we have Keipi about to go into fan again and again.
Forest is almost over. We made
Hooray! Now we just get double fire and double Jabu.
It's
Yay.
been 84 years.
it. Ooh.
Alexis deciding not to continue and get skulls. I don't know if 20 is going to have anything. Actually, it can't have long shot. It could have magic.
No. It could have magic, though, yeah.
Yeah, we're very limited in what is actually hookshot. Well, actually, a lot is hookshot locked, yeah.
If 20 does have magic, that actually gives KP a little bit of a boost, because obviously he's gotten more skulls in general than Alexis has, and is clearly showing more interest in collecting them. So that would give him a good boost right back into everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fire, spirit, shadow are all hook locked. So, and water, and half a GTG is hook locked, right? Or ish.
Yeah. Just depends how many keys are, like, there versus Song of Time versus...
Yeah, well, you have the Wolfos and the silver gauntlet room. They're and same with the shooting the eye and scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
And technically the back two are locked as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about half a GTG, right? Something like that.
Alright, we're all tied up yet again, folks. 1 hour, 40 minutes in, and we've got 3 medallions each. Same dungeons, same thing. KP just a little bit behind Alexis. Less than 10 minutes, I think you said, right, Majarkin?
Yeah, it was about 7.5, and
Yeah.
now it's like 8 something. It might be closer to 9, but gaining some time back, already checking those hints. So we're hoping KP decides to not just run to water here. They would save time by getting Serenade. Looks like they're running to water. It actually might be close. I'd have to time it.
Yeah.
Running up to DMC does take some time. I still think that getting Serenade is faster than running to water here. We do have Epona. I don't think that cuts the difference though. Getting on and off and playing the song.
Not as much
close.
as getting Serenade would do, but it does
Yeah.
help.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 3 chance incoherent, so you can't be like, oh darn, Serenade was there, I made a bad choice, because you're making the correct play and you got to set up Scarecrow beforehand, or else you lose a lot more time later. So when you find things like this as a runner, like incoherent saying, where you find Serenade and like, oh, that would have saved me like 10 seconds. It's probably not even that with Epona. You kind of just gotta go, well, that wasn't my decision making that was at fault. That was just how the seed played out, right?
Yeah.
So
I'd also like to point out that while we are saying that some of these moves may be, not as efficient as others, none of these are bad plays by any means.
oh yeah, they're making the correct decisions. It's just
Yeah.
because we know Serenade's there, it's like, oh, that's a little bit of time loss compared to your opponent. So
Right. They're making good choices, not bad ones at all, and it's just Randobot is just saying screw you in some cases. Or, whatever
cases.
works. I mean, yeah, but
and
here we're getting
he's a fan
lab
of
dive.
clearing it. Well, obviously, what I was going to say if Alexis didn't get Serenade there was like, oh, you just wasted a lot of time coming up here. But likely with the Hovers Path, we actually don't know if it is
Hovers
Hovers
Path?
Path.
No. Also, that is... Okay, we got that. 17 skulls, some seeds, nothing really working for
I
KP
forgot
right
the
there.
Tunic was in there, so it could just be Tunic, right? So...
Yeah. I mean, they're both kind of likely to be path, but you don't know
we
which
are
one's
only
good.
like, oh, well, there's the boss key, so.
And no small keys. No small keys.
So it is path. Hovers is the path, confirmed.
No wallet though, so tunic is also path.
So, wait, where was right?
Tunic and hovers were in forest, which are behind
Minuet,
which
right.
is graveyard path to Volvagia. We got
So,
Minuet.
irons are DLC.
They are needed for water.
Oh, you're
as
right.
We don't have any scales.
And and the lens.
They're not on the Volvagia path, but
And the lens, you needed the irons for that.
yeah, we just don't know that anything's behind lens.
K-Sword was in ice. The very first check in ice.
Yep.
So, as we expect, Vavaji has a key, so you are key locked out, and that's why I say the hovers are path. Although, you're right, it could be either, but you are hard required hovers. There could be a wallet or something in GTG or the like, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we don't have information on where a wallet or two wallets are right now, so as far as we know, both items are path to Volvagia, and you require Minuet.
Yep.
Okay, so if anyone is new and you're going, wow, that was very quick, how is Volvagia already dead? It's because there's 2 hitboxes. So you saw Alexis dropping some bombs in one of those holes, damaging the Volvagia that would normally fly around and drop rocks on you and make you cry a little inside. And you just you stun it, damage it. So you get a nice quick Volvagia death.
Inside every fire temple are 2 dragons.
And the surprise play here by KP, dipping water.
Ooh, spicy.
I don't know if I'm a fan of it with Jabu and Fire being, you know where the items are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And KP doesn't know where Serenade is yet, so that's probably why they're making this choice.
Yep.
And in the end, this is all required digging. You have to do this anyways to find the boss key.
Yeah,
so it's not wasted time, per se. You're only losing the time to get into water, right? The time it takes to play Serenade and drop back down. So it's definitely not wasted. I'm just surprised this over progression, but probably just thinking I'm gonna do it because it is progression technically, right?
Yeah, I was like, well, it is progression.
But there's only 4 checks in here, and a lot of times one of them's on Morpha, so it's like, you're not likely to find anything in here.
There's also the possibility that KP is just thinking, well, water doesn't seem to be the right play here, so maybe I want to try and cut some of the chaff and go there first to maybe get an advantage here.
It is possible.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's just more of I'm here, I don't know where Serenade is, it's going to take me a while to get back down here, I'd rather get this done while I'm here.
Yep.
And if I find Serenade off of one of these other dungeons, I can get back down here again later. I did joke about that. Long shot could be vanilla, so this could be potentially KP's only trip down here too, right? It is hookshot locked, so... But unfortunately, so is everything else.
Alright. KP going boss key chest, which can have our boss key, cannot have our long shot, but it could also have our magic.
Oh, jumping a little, backflipping a little bit too late. This is easier than the Goron City version of this trick, but still requires a little bit of timing.
Yep. And
there's really no cue for it either. It's just you gotta do it by feel.
Also, bow locked in fire. Disgusting.
Yep, so it always is a pain when you get shortcut locked. Like before The shortcut, so you
Yeah.
can't climb up. Yeah.
Yep.
What's even more disgusting is the two upper checks in fire are in play too.
That's pretty
Yeah,
disgusting.
I mean, you're already here. You
I
know
would
one
do
of
it.
them is
Yeah.
a key for sure. Oh,
Oh.
magic.
Oh well.
Hey. So, uh,
Hey, that's in logic.
that's, yep. It's not yet. It was boss key chest.
Oh, you're right. It's long shot locked.
Yep.
Never mind.
So, that is some very interesting information. If Alexis, for example, were to decide to dip out of fire, knowing that that wallet is behind Longshot, KP might opt to go deeper into fire.
There's the boss key.
There's
This is
boss
also
key.
long shot locked. Oh no, it's
No,
not.
we
Not
have
with hovers.
hovers.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
So if Longshot is in fire, yeah. Exactly, Shannick. We'll see what Alexis decides to do. We're just hypothesizing at this point. It seems likely. Oh, it's our boomerang.
Yep, it's our boomerang hinted very early on. I think that was the first Hyrule Castle hint.
Oh, that might be okay. Yeah, I just realized now that gives complete Requiem access.
Yep.
Yes.
Which we're still looking for long shot. We're
And
starting
magic.
to away from spirit being clearable, so
But Child Spirit would be available immediately.
and that's a good like 7 checks as well. Considering you well, if you're able to climb, there's a small chance you can't.
Yep.
KP bailing after getting the boss key. I don't blame him here.
Yeah.
Um,
Makes sense.
so now it'll be a little bit harder to judge how big the difference is between the two runners because KP has water boss key dug out where Alexis has fire in the boomerang. So
Yeah. And I mean, frankly, whatever the difference is right now, it might not even matter when it comes down to it. We still don't have our long shot. We still don't have magic. So, like, yeah, we'll have an idea when Alexis finishes and picks up Requiem, for example, or when KP does so. Really, it's just going to depend on where those last items are.
The routes have diverged enough again to make it more difficult to tell where things are. I do believe Alexis obviously still has that advantage, having Fire Temple done, and of course, whatever. But like you just said, Majarkin, KP does have he's got the water boss key. He knows that words. I totally knew what I was saying. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, here's gonna get the serenade and almost jumps off the bridge.
Oh, saved
Wow!
by the song pickup.
Wow!
Saved by. That's hilarious.
Yeah, my brain just turned off as I watched that happen. Like, what?
part of what's I think the time's going to be hard to bring back from KP. Because we were about an 8-minute difference, or 8 or 9,
Right.
somewhere in there, from beating when they beat Forest. Part of it is we don't have a lot of like leftover checks places. It's really left to the densities and like dungeons. So GTG, we have Child Spirits. I mean, you could see Alexis dip water, but again, that's not wasting time. That's just matching what KP did, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to really come down to that choice of where do you go. So say Alexis goes GTG and clears Gerudo Fortress, and KP decides to do Child Spirit or something like that. That would give you enough time, but it will really come down to that decision. And if both runners choose the same thing, then Alexis has the advantage. But there's still availability to come back. It's just slimming.
And it's exactly like you said. It's rando might just rando. It all depends on where that long shot and the magic are. We think we have ideas on Longshot. We have no idea on Magic. Should they just happen to be where KP checks first, maybe there's something that'll happen here.
Yep. Oh, the other side of this is we find Magic and suddenly Shadow's open. We find Strength 2 and suddenly Spirit is open. Both dungeons on the adult side for Spirit and both sides of Spirit are fully hookshot locked, so they could hold our long shot. So there is a lot of the seed left available for decisions to be made and have it split up. Diverge the path of the runners here. Essentially, there's very few checks that are left that are not hookshot locked at this point in the seed. So,
so say you pick up Zarias, which Alexis did. Do you clear up those couple of checks?
Ooh, no, because I prefer density. And so you're choosing 2 checks, albeit you are a child as Jabu, in Jabu right now. Actually, you can't get Saria's Song without going adult, so you'd be adult picking up Saria's Song.
Be right back 1 second.
I personally would go GTG. It's the densest play right now. Yeah. Even dip water first, find your boss key, make sure it's not in there, and then go GTG. Going to those 2 checks, yes, you need to clean them up at some point, but considering what, valuing those 2 checks over, say, a GTG when you're already adults, I don't see as
Alexis
valuable.
Has it.
Oh,
Perfect.
we have it. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Shoot, it was on Prelude. So there you go. So now you could consider it, I guess, but it's also still out of the way. Those 2 checks actually take. I guess it would be like 2 minutes, so it's not truly too far out of the way, and you do have Minuet. I don't know. I would cut the corner and not do it until later. We'll see what these runners do.
Yeah. I ask because KP actually won the second match of the last round, the semis, doing exactly the opposite of that, saying, I don't need to play density because I just need to find the right check, and started doing these kind of one-off checks that, usually you're not really prioritizing.
The difference there is Bombchu Bullying's much easier to get back to adult from. I don't know what their plan was after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they hadn't done Hyrule Castle Fair either, so they were cleaning up some quick locations around Market, where Skull Kid and Dance Dad are a little bit more time consuming and out of the way than that. So I don't know how they would value it as much. I personally wouldn't have done what Keipi did, so I would have lost to Keipi, right? In that scenario. And Alexis is collecting skulls, as chat is saying. So both runners just slowly progressing towards 20. Which 20 could just have our magic. That's possible still.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of checks that are left available that are not hookshot locked, I mean, half a GTG is not hookshot locked. All of Fortress is not hookshot locked, right? So you can only find magic there. Everything else is magic locked, or not magic locked, hookshot locked in the seed, including the checks you were talking about with Saria's, as that is hookshot locked. So.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was saying before, Longshot is anywhere, and the more items we find, the I guess Hookshot actually, you could determine it. Hookshot cannot be on Treasure Chest game, so you shouldn't do it. Because unless Magic is hookshot locked.
Yeah, we don't know where Magic is to rule that out yet. I totally forgot to pay attention. Did Alexis actually check the other 2, the upper 2 checks that weren't hinted in Fire?
I did not see that, chat. I don't think he did.
He did.
I can guarantee you I was not paying attention.
Yep, and here's KP getting their fire boss key and realizing that they have to climb all over again.
Yeah.
F. Yeah, I think
I
Shannock's
need
right.
to learn this. What Alexis just did.
Oh, you don't know that?
No.
I
You
can
just
teach
back
it to you
into the
sometime, Mel.
hell. Even I could. You just back into the corner and shoot.
Well, yeah. I just have never tried.
Yeah, I can. I
I
can
still
tell you.
like the boomerang throw one, though.
That's a lot more
100% bad.
swaggy. There's a lot more
The boomerang
swag.
throw is pretty easy and pretty generous.
Yeah, exactly, Purple. Just YOLO it. What could go wrong?
Yeah,
Wow, I
what
didn't-
Incoherent says. So the slingshot one is easy because you just back up there, but it costs you a menu. Versus the boomerang one, you have to practice it a little bit to get it down, but it's a little bit faster, right?
Oh,
Just slightly.
no.
So you don't have to menu twice.
Just
And a very clean Baronade by Alexis. Very clean.
just be a bad gamer like me. Then costing a menu won't matter.
Double troll hole? Wolf, please.
Oh, KP.
KP, no!
I'm surprised they didn't just reset. Oh, a bottle on Baronade.
That's
that-
only
that-
a little bottle locked.
That green potion to help us out. Thanks, Baronade.
That
F's.
green potion for that magic we don't have.
F's in the chat for KP.
Yeah, I was surprised KP didn't just instead of dying there, just reset because it's kind of the same timing, and you would keep all the health. But
Yeah.
yep, that's a little bit unfortunate. When are we gonna get seeded Vivagia spawns, right?
Look, I still want them to make seeded shield discount.
Does KP
KP
have a
definitely has a chance to win. We have 2 items that we're still looking for, and we have only the information that the other hookshot is hook locked. But Alexis does have a pretty strong advantage right now.
Yeah, for this coming in, well, happy 2 hours, and we'll get to that. I'll answer this boomerang question real quick. Boomerang was hinted on Pierre, so yes, upper fire. But let's go ahead and do our happy 2 hours. Do you want to take it, Mel? And I'll do the commands.
Sure. Well, thank you everyone in chat for joining us. Please give our runners Alexis and Keipi3 a follow. Their links are in chat. Our lovely tracker team today, Rafa, Ronan, and Shannock, their links in chat as well. My co-coms, Majarkin and Dastar, thanks for joining me. And if you would like to go listen to this entire race commentary from the French perspective and in French, you can go check out Poppy Grant. And yeah, it's been a good one so far.
I mean,
And a reminder, this is game 1 of a best of 3 series, so it's not over today, regardless who wins.
Yeah, it will definitely make an impact on what kind of strategies they'll play in the next round, which will be next game, which will be Thursday, of course. But at the same time, neither of them are just going home straight up. You do have the Clash of the Titans, Brazil versus France here. Just watching this entire tournament from scratch has just been absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it has been a lot of fun, and it was a pleasure to play in it too. And also, thank you, Mel, for commentating, just to get you out there. But Shinnok actually went back and looked at the VOD for us. So Alexis did not go to the 2 upper checks and fire, and had 0 keys. And we know one of the keys is the hammer chest. So that means there's 1 more key up there, and 1 item in fire. But on the other side, Alexis doing what KP did and doing water here, a water dip here. I would expect Alexis to maybe full clear this, unlike KP, who dipped after boss key.
Yeah, I'd agree. I would expect a full clear here as well.
But the difference between these two is essentially a Jabu. About, right? So Alexis widening that lead a little bit. Keipi still has to go all the way up and get the boomerang. And Alexis still has a couple checks in water, and it's about the same here. So, but yes, we are Longshot and Magic from Go Mode here. And we have no clue where they are. No hint for water.
We do not know where they are.
I would also like to point out real quick, thank you to everybody who's showing up to watch this restream both here and on the French restream, because certain TSG restreamers totally forgot to post that there was an active stream happening. Hi, that's me. So sorry about that.
Problem, it's me.
I mean, we already knew that. But yeah, thank y'all for just letting challenge. Oh, nice bonk. Thank y'all for letting Challenge Comp just be what it is so far. It's just been so much fun to watch.
Yep, and Alexis did a very swaggy cross instead of doing the backwalk and then backflip. Doing a backflip while going forward and carrying the momentum with hover boots is always fun to see.
Long shot on Shadow Trial 2. Oh, that'd be...
Alexis finding the wallet over here now and safe quitting. Yeah, we still have Longshot could be in Shadow, Longshot could be in Spirit, it could be in half of GTG, right? It could be in Treasure Chest game, depending where we find magic. We still have a lot of the seed that could possibly get opened here for the runners. They are slowly running out of checks, though. But Alexis did leave one check in fire, if my key logic is right.
Key logic doesn't exist and can't hurt me, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I still think that wallet information is interesting. Because we don't know where the other wallet is, there is a chance that that means that it's very relevant that we check that last check in Fire and follow up on those songs that we get behind Fire, Sarias and Requiem. And having that information going into Fire could be very strong for KP.
As the great streamers sometimes say, so you're saying there's a chance.
I think... Yeah, there is. I'm just thinking without Bolero, that you just do the 2 checks so you never have to touch fire. They're very quick, too. You just have to peek them. Because you're not going to highest score on. Not highest score on. Yeah. You are going there. You're not going to hammer check. So you can quickly peek the 2, especially with hovers. Well, even without hovers, you can peek it. Peek the highest score on. So I personally would have checked it just so I never have to go back to it again.
Oh, is that what happened? I was like, what happened? Did we time hop with KP? No. We,
Yes, for time hopping.
I mean,
apparently Apparently we didn't get the memo that there was, you can't use save states here. That's what happened. No, that's a joke. I am not serious. Do not put any stock in that comment.
Oh dear.
KP getting to 20 skulls here. While Alexis goes to check out Colossus.
Yeah, even going for the hint.
Probably trying to find that water one.
Oh, Hammer Rock, still a purple rupee. I think that was just a bloopy.
That's what it looked like. And then, do we know this song is Bolero, right?
Yes.
There's KP getting their boomerang. Oh, they're staying.
Ooh, yep. Banana.
So we're going to see those upper fire checks, and this could be a big turnaround point for KP because there's a lot of other stuff Alexis can do first. So if this is long shot, right?
Or magic, even, yeah.
KP's hoping it's long shot, right? Oh, there's a scale.
Yeah, scale.
Scale, which was locked by... not Requiem. Crossing.
But yeah,
Right.
this could be
Yeah. Crossing is available though, since we found those hovers.
if we find magic. Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah,
gross.
we still don't have magic. Why do we
That-
keep forgetting the magic?
because
So, but this
we're
could
not
be a
going to
big
see it.
turning point if there's an item upper fire.
This is very clearly going to be the rare magicless. That's not possible.
The magicless seed. This. Oh yeah, we have Song of Time. We don't need to.
Yep, and it's an easy peak. So if it's nothing, yeah. And some of these firewalls in Ocarina of Time, you can just walk over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it's nothing. So
I mean, yeah, in Ko, you don't need lights. You just use Rudo's ass.
Yeah. If you have not seen the amazing video by Vidya James, it's magical.
yep.
Yeah, just watching the just spawn Rudo in and just crushing the big pig with a tiny little Zora is just, it's magical.
So funny.
It's magical.
I would say Keipi here is over 10 minutes behind Alexis here. Alexis bailing from water after finding the boss key as well. So, only difference right now is Jabu Jabu that Alexis has completed, and the travel time to get out here to GTG. So,
I mean, toilet.
Toilet.
it could be, and the question is, do you do it? I know a lot of runners don't like to do it, and we don't have silver gauntlets to confirm the key if toilet's a key or not. So
Well, nobody should like it. That's the whole joke.
I think at this point though, Alexis is not going to skip toilet. Might save it to last here, but we're running out of checks quickly. So we have Child Spirits and GTG. That's it.
So when y'all first played this game, did you ever think you'd be basically full clearing a seed in like 3 or 4 hours? Because
Not at first.
when you think about this in perspective to like your first playthrough or whatever, you're realizing what the actual F.
Yeah, I couldn't even guess how long my first playthrough of this game took, when I was 10.
I mean, same Purple, but at the same time, I got somebody who recently told me they were interested in trying the rando, and they haven't played the game in 20 years, so they know basically nothing except maybe
Yeah.
like
Got a big
Kakiri
chest.
Forest as child, and it's just really fun to watch. The wait, you can do this crap?
We got a 4 key, well, technically 6 key lock, but 4 key lock chest in the back of GTG. And we have 3 keys available or something like that right now, so.
Yeah, I replayed Vanilla before playing my first rando. And
See, that's the smart way to do it.
But then I showed the randomizer to a friend of mine who, has played this many times, and she was furious.
I mean, technically we do. We have accounts here. I'm not really a streamer. I know Majarkin is a racer. Mel is also a racer sometimes, I think.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but yes, we have accounts. Those are them. You can feel free to follow us. We try to be cool. I fake it. But Majarkin has dogs. So there
Yes,
you
I do.
Yes. And, a dog camera. Um,
I should just make that the major thing on my stream and just, Zooter in the corner.
go. Yeah, big
Yeah,
part of the stream is the dogs. Yeah.
I think I get more viewers that way.
one of our other Challenge Cup participants, Rahalia, does that before and after her races. She has a guinea pig camera.
They're so cute.
What's a viewer?
Well, it's all these wonderful people watching the game 1 of the Challenge Cup Season 6 final here with us.
Oh, okay, sorry. I should have clarified. What is a viewer on a personal channel? I'm not sure what that means.
I have watched you many times.
That never happened. Shut up. We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about it. Anyway, watching Bongo Bongo get one cycled, she was enraged. She's like, that's so easy. I'm like, yeah.
Inko, I'm sorry, that's funny.
Master Sword, melqwii, and then I started failing the Ganondorf fight. It's just messing up my timing now.
I know,
like,
it's so bad. You have to remember, like, oh shit, this one needs to be like this. I shouldn't need visual cues.
You know what's funny?
I just mash.
I had actually never one cycled Bongo until I got it in the crowd control.
Nice.
And I haven't done it since. I want to point that out. So I don't know why. Just apparently people make me do Bongo better.
You just gotta find that song that's whatever, it's what, 165 or whatever the beats per minute is, and just
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah. Also, a quick shout out to KP using Rudo's ass to get the stinger out of the ground.
Yep.
It saves you. It saves you. It helps with time. Alexis now has enough keys to get the big chest in the back of the maze in GTG.
Yep.
It's enough keys. It was 4 locked. Not logically, but yeah. I think there's enough logically too here. But.
Yeah. I mean, we have Song of Time. I don't know what was on that side, but
It was at most 1 key. I know one of them was dead for sure.
Alexis, please. It's fine. Quarter hearting.
Making us nervous.
No big deal.
So this actually might be logically strength 2 locked. Because you need 6 keys logically, right?
Thanks, I hate it.
That's trash. Yeah, I'm with Dastar. Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, it is. So, and
we haven't been Shadow.
There could be a key in toilet though, and there might be a key on the right side that can get Song of Time. Full scale.
Alexis thinking about bailing on Lab Dive.
Child Spirit.
Yeah.
Or have we seen Horseback yet? I don't think we have.
No.
We have not. But I'm sure Alexis is about to do it.
But it can't be long shot. It can only be magic. So
yeah, that can only be magic.
I mean, that's still good enough.
Yeah, if you want to go to Shadow.
I mean,
it could be Strength 2 as well.
You're gonna need it to clear the seed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
But you're still very limited if it is magic. Well, I guess
True.
Shadow's a lot, but this could be Strength 2 as well on Horseback. That would open up part of the seed. It would open up the Spirit, and it would open up the back end of GTG.
I get, like, flashbacks now. Every time someone rides opponent up the hill to HBA, I get flashbacks to Spike Vegeta's Challenge Cup race, where he got the 1960, and then immediately got the Jabu starter kit. Rudo's Letter and Boomerang, both on HBA.
And Alexis making it look easy.
I mean, yeah, that's dumb. I can't even... I barely get 1,000, so sure. There's 20%.
Oh.
And it's the...
I would not be punished for skipping this.
Same.
And I like that.
Alexis going to check the diving the diving game. So skipping it, end up wasting time by playing it and coming back. And Keipi is about to head to Baronade here. So we could have this be a lot closer if Keipi decides to go Child Spirit first.
Well, Keipi
it's
has
unlikely.
to go adult to get Requiem,
Yeah,
which is
it's
why
unlikely.
I think it's more likely Keipi does those Sarius checks as unsavory as they...
Oh yeah, and I forgot about those. Those are still in. So we only have Child Spirit and those Sarius checks. Are all that's left in the seed that we don't for our next progression item.
So what you're telling me is that Dancing Dad is somehow coming back just to screw everything up.
He very well could hold the key to progression.
Gross.
And if KP does those checks first, that would be a lead right there. Although KP's likely to check GTG and stuff, but we shall see. If it's long shot though, KP wouldn't, would just go to water and beat it, and then we could just have Magic in Ganon's castle. It's an option, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, what? For
Uh,
Magic? Yes.
Yeah, we could have Magic in Ganon's.
Yes.
You could also just be on 20.
Watch 20 just be the strength to just make it look like AD.
Now, the chat is right. Longshot could be in the graveyard on the Sunsong Grave. It's possible. We just need to find 2 other items first.
Yeah. Alright, Alexis doing Child Spirit. Is this the answer?
No.
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 You think it's Dancing Dad?
No. But I know this isn't going to be it. Clearly, it's the power of the fake spoiler log that I don't have.
Oh. I mean, I don't think we have enough key information to know if toilet's the answer or not yet, Dastar.
No,
I've been pulling spoiler log stuff all this time. If we're gonna find something in Child Spirit, it'll be Magic, and we're going straight to Shadow Temple.
Oh. Not Lens.
We'll probably do Wen's minigame before going adult.
Gotta set up time of day, though.
I mean,
I didn't know
okay,
what time
fine.
it was out there. If it's nighttime, yeah, probably.
Oh, KP's doing it!
He's doing it! Oh, this is
boy.
exciting. I'm so glad he's doing this.
Alright, we're gonna have an answer of some kind, I think.
I mean, if he's right, that's a complete turnaround of this race.
I mean,
A
you
bit.
think Alexis doesn't do these in this child segment?
Alexis has to do these because after Child Spirit, Alexis only has the Saria's checks. So it puts it in Kepi's favor of finding that first, but Keipi, sorry, not Kepi. But Keipi is also more likely, if this is only Magic, I guess he's likely to go Shadow,
Nope.
right? But not there. One more. It's just there's still a lot of areas that we now know have nothing that KP could get sucked into and, lose all that time. But I guess if it was Magic, wouldn't you just want to go and jump into Shadow, right, over GTG? I don't know. That's a hard choice.
This started out very fast, but it definitely hit that bottleneck, and now the players are struggling here. As soon as we find that long shot or Magic, things... Well, I guess long shot, really. We'll start opening up. Oh!
Feoras! Oh!
I mean, that's nice to have, but no.
So, we also have the rest of water.
We do, yes. And I think it's like
Dorklunk.
3 checks still in water. I think we found 1, right?
Yeah, we
So-
found one item.
We do have the Dark Link loop still available, so I forgot about that, and that's all hookshot locked.
Dragon
We can
chest.
still have vanilla long shot. So
Hey,
yes, bottom of the well is fully cleared.
hey, Shannock, what is the location of the hints that we're missing? I know you had a list of them.
We haven't seen either of the lake hints. Yeah, Morphopath may not help you here either, because you may need an item to get to the Morphopath.
Yeah.
Because now we know both Saria Song checks are dead, so there is something here in Child Spirit, or it's in water.
Mm-hmm.
So I forgot about the water checks. Oh, and 20 skulls. We could still have
20
magic
skulls.
here, and that's what KP's doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's had 20 for a bit. He's just finally getting back over here to check
Yep.
it. Oh, and get that.
And get Requiem, yeah.
And Requiem. Yeah, it's a good combo. So this is just efficient routing, doing more than one thing at a time.
So, Alexis very obviously has Requiem already, right? Because they're in spirit as a child?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey, trackers.
Oh, not on 20 skulls.
Not 20 skulls.
Also, I don't believe. Maybe it's in logic. Is it in logic? What Alexis is doing this check?
No.
No, I
I
don't
mean,
believe it is.
This can be. Let's see. I'm trying to remember.
It
If it's a
might be in
key,
logic.
if
It
it's a key,
depends.
no.
Yeah, if it's a key, no, you're right about that. Yeah. Which doesn't matter because it's not that means our items in water. We either have strength 2, magic, or long shot in water. Those are the only items that give us progression right now.
That also means with the songs. Okay, so Alexis has everything but the OoT song, which is Suns.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
That is a nice looking tracker.
And here's Alexis doing those checks.
Yep.
Probably wanting to make sure that it's not water.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or
not
fire.
Yeah, or fire. That's right. Alexis has 1 check in fire. That would be a big use of time to climb all the way up there again.
Yep.
That would definitely help Keipi out. Keipi is unfortunately going to GTG.
Yeah. So when we say spirit is magic locked, that means that either, okay, you needed to logically cross the desert as you would in the normal playthrough of the game, and that requires magic logically. Or if there's a small key on either the map chest where you have the 2 torches and the map in the vanilla game, or a key in the sunblock room, which is what Alexis did last there.
You know what? We haven't seen toilet.
Yeah.
I believe I called that 2 hours, 20 minutes ago or so.
Okay, but, like, it's not calling it if you just want to see toilet all the time.
Oh.
It doesn't work that way.
So what Channick's saying, it's either water temple or toilet. So either way, we're getting flushed.
I know we found 4 keys in there, and we have 5 checks left in spirit. I thought there might have been a 5th on the right side, but I could be wrong. That could be why Alexis left, is counting the keys. Because we 100% found 4. I just didn't get a good look at the right side of the maze. That's the only place where another key could have been. So it could be that toilet and all 4 of the silver gauntlets locked room are keys.
Wow.
Yeah.
That feels like a stretch.
Well, 4 of them have to be keys. I know there's only one other spot that could be a small key, so we'll see when Keipi goes in. I'll keep better track of it. But yeah, Keipi's doing GTG. This is what I expected. It's the density play, and Alexis will be going into either fire or water. We hope for Keipi's sake it's fire first.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of Keipi, bet on Alexis going into Fire Temple here, but I don't even think that's enough time back to Keipi unless he goes to water immediately after GTG.
Let's be honest. If you've been watching the Challenge Cup, how can you not be a fan of KP? I mean, just seriously, both of these runners have just put on quite a show for the last 3 months, and I don't want to see either of them lose. I don't.
Run, KP, run!
Radabe, we saw Frogs 1 literally first thing because we started with Storms, and Frogs 2 is hinted dead, yes.
Yep.
Oh, is that how that's pronounced?
Oh.
I've always said Rad Abe.
I don't know, I guessed. Yeah, feel free to tell us how it's pronounced.
Yeah, please tell us how to pronounce that.
I just kind of guess and hope I'm right.
Oh, did we see Big Pose?
We did not. That's available too. I forgot about that.
That's not in any way hook locked, but it could be our magic.
Where was Epona at? I stopped keeping track.
Ice.
Oh, so yeah, that's not hook locked. It could be magic. It could be strength 2, right? And that could be locking us.
Magic or strength 2.
Going to take a quick moment to echo Nightbot here, and remind everyone that Game 2 of this Best of 3 series will be Thursday at 2 Eastern, 8 p.m. Central European. And it could be the last match of the series. It could. We don't know yet. Hey, I was right. Go me.
There's 1 key, and I know there's another one on Scarecrow, another one on the first check on the left side of Maze, and there was 1 more somewhere. Oh no!
Yes.
I think, yeah, we found 5 keys because Alexis didn't get one. That's what we should see.
Yeah.
So
Hello,
there is one more check in here.
ZSR. Coming in hot.
Oh, welcome ZSR.
Oh, big chest in central pillar.
In case, oh boy,
Oh,
that
good.
is not what you. Well, it's hinted at.
That's dead. That's nothing.
So
But yes, welcome in Zelda speedruns.
You've-
We've got game 1 of the grand finals here in Challenge Cup.
and we are looking for long shot and magic. And as you can see, there's, I guess Keipi3's just going for a quick bath in the fire. But yeah, this is happening. I don't know what it is, but it's happening.
Yeah, we are searching for whatever item opens up Spirit or Shadow at this point. Or just Long Shot. But then we still need magic.
We may have found 6 keys from the count. So toilet is an option. So Alexis has not done toilet, and Alexis has not done upper fire, but we know upper fire is dead. The one check there.
But Alexis does not know that.
And Alexis, yeah, we have not seen Big Pose, but otherwise we've seen everything else here on the stream. We need either a Strength 2 would give us progression. We don't want to find it because we don't need it, hopefully, but Magic would let us into Shadow. It would also, well, that's all it does, right? And
I mean, we need it, technically.
Lens game.
Lens game, that's right. Yep, we haven't seen Lens game yet.
But I really do like Kayla's explanation of what this seed is, which is just, we had a lovely first 2 hours, and then long shot and magic are somewhere.
That's true. That is a good summary.
Yeah, we know Ocarina.
About an hour,
Go ahead.
hour in, we hit the linear, go forest, go fire, go Jabu
Dark,
path, and hoping to find stuff, but nothing since then, so...
For ZSR, just for your arrival, obviously Alexis is helping you out and giving you some Dark Lonk.
Dark Lonk.
Oh, actually, yep, Majarkin, that's what you get for calling Jet.
I know. This is exactly what I wanted, though.
Rude.
I did roll the seed, by the way, so... Oh, no, rando bot.
You pushed the button. We're not doing
this. I pushed the button.
The button that explicitly said...
I want it to be toilet, Destar. I want your prediction 5 minutes in
God.
to be the reason.
The funny part is, I only predicted it because of memes, and that's my shtick at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't have any logic on it.
If you're just, like, memeing it up.
I mean, it's the same as you wanting chickens or Sadie wanting Wasteland. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I don't then say I called it. I say, my meme!
I mean, I also say my meme.
Oh.
Just let me have it. God!
You're not getting Dins and Toilet, though.
No, I know that, and I've come to terms with that. But as I've said many times over this tournament, I'm happy just to see the toilet.
Just Toilet, in general.
It's true.
And there's Alexis getting their 20 skulls. We know it's dead, and River Chest is dead. So now we only have Dragon Chest left in water.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have Big Po, and...
Big Chest?
Nope.
Oh, it's a key.
E. So
Yeah.
we have Toilet and Big Pose left.
Let's
Yeah.
go! I mean, again, I got my Dins and Toilet already. That is the memeiest of memes I can possibly come up with. I couldn't ask for more, and I'm happy.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Seed.
I believe that was Keipi and Lepater.
Yeah.
In the semis?
There was also one coming out of groups, the tiebreaker. I thought they had...
With Dins and Toilet? Oh, I didn't know that.
Or was it Hovers and Toilet?
I think it was Hovers.
It might have been Hovers, but...
Yeah. But either way, I am, even if I didn't get Toilet at all, I'd be happy with this, just because this has just been fun. There's nothing...
We're gonna get Toilet.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
Keipi has to do it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think Keipi has to. I think Alexis probably plays Bolero, right?
I think Alexis goes and gets Big Po right here.
Oh, yeah.
I think they were skipping it because it's not hookshot locked, so it can't lock long shot. But it could be magic or strength too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, it can ultimately.
So yes, we do know that there is still a check. I think there's actually 2 checks left in GTG. I think there's one more key here.
Okay, hear me
and
out.
then 1 key on the Scarecrow. So
Hear me out. It's not toilet. It's big pose for strength 2.
Come back into GTG.
Exactly.
But Alexis is going to go Spirit first, giving KP a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one item in GTG, okay, with keys. KP has used 4, and there's one more on the Scarecrow. Unless there's one more on the eye and I'm forgetting it, but no, that should be a brown chest. So, toilet is 80% a key, right?
Never
But
tell me the odds.
there's a chance, and we're about to find out big pose right here, so we'll know if it's toilet or not.
Oh, KP's equipping Zora Tunic.
I mean, rough, we already know the toilet's loaded. That's the whole point of it being a toilet.
Alright, what item is this?
Strength 2!
Hey.
Called it! Okay, that one I can say I called. I literally just said it.
Yep, so, unfortunately, KP has a bit more to work through of the seed than Alexis. Alexis was down to toilet after that, so...
Vennor, what the hell?
Yep.
Oh, the other strength being in toilet would actually be really interesting because that would be behind
Or magic.
Hookshot.
Is it behind hookshot? Oh yes, to get the silver rupee, yeah. So it could be long shot there, Mel. Right?
Oh, I was thinking OGC parry.
Oh, that too. This could just be long shot, though.
Yeah, it could just be long shot in toilet.
It could also be a key. I'm thinking it's going to be a key, unfortunately.
It could also
it's
be a
more than
boat.
likely just a key.
Now, Alexa's doing exactly what I thought, going to Spirit for check density versus something that has only one check in GTG. So now, we're going to find magic in Spirit here. To go to Shadow. To then
Toilet.
Shadow find nothing for Sun Song.
Toilet stands,
Find
rise
Long
up!
Shot.
No, just these checks in Spirit are... Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, those are not
Silver
hookshot
block
locked.
room.
Yeah. Oh,
Silver
wait, yeah,
block
they are.
room is inherently hookshot locked, yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Is it a key or
All
an
of Spirit
item?
Temple is hookshot locked, so...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dumb. I saw Alexis in Spirit, and I thought the Trekkers had missed something, but very much apparently not. My apologies, Trekkers.
Oh, it's a key.
Oh.
Toilet was a key.
Wah,
So-
wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, all strength 2 checks are hookshot locked.
This is an
the
interesting
scene.
play by Alexis, who has 2 spirit keys.
I am super surprised by this.
I'm not sure. Did Alexis get a good look at what was on the right hand?
I don't remember the peak, but it doesn't matter if it was a key. You still have a couple checks in there that are in logic.
But
Even if the right hand's a key.
Yeah, what Purple is saying, Spirit being both being long shot locked and magic locked could be why Alexis is bailing here.
I'm just surprised because of there's one check in GTG, right? It could be the right play, and but I would have. You were already at Spirit. I guess you can warp back, but
Here's a dumb possibility that it's probably not possible anymore just because we've checked literally everything. But I just realized this could have been a possibility, and I would have laughed. First magic on Morpha.
well, we still need long shot.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm saying that could have been a possibility before all this crap happened, and that just the idea. Oh no, KP!
Oh, no, KP.
I think KP's on tilt, honestly.
We know it's nothing, but that's a.
No, Alexis has not done the toilet. But yeah, I definitely think KP's on tilt at this point. I think he might be lost a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this game is hard. These
It
writers
is.
are very good at it. They're well practiced, but it's also like every play KP has made has not like paid out.
Oh yeah. I mean, this game
Um,
sucks. There's no ifs, ands, or buts
right.
about it. Anyone who can play this game and clear it in less than 4 or 5 hours is just straight up a god. And yes, that includes all you people who play it and are in chat. Like this is gross, but it's amazing
Yeah.
at the same time.
I'm still baffled by the choice Alexis is making here.
Yeah, I think
It's
Alexis
one check.
expects. Yeah, I just think Alexis expects to find magic here, and wants to go shadow at this point.
It could be long shot as well.
It
Yeah,
could be long shot.
but with 2 magics in the seed, what
I
if we
think
find
what'll-
strength 3?
I know, and like, here's the thing: finding magic here is bad because finding magic here, and if spirit isn't long shot locked, Sunsong Grave becomes an issue again.
There's a big one.
And we have not talked about Sunsong Grave in
And
a couple hours.
here it is. As I
Magic. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna get a shadow.
So you're saying it was strength 2 on Big Pogs for something back here. I just said that 10 minutes ago.
Just like you said.
God damn it. I'm mad about it.
Yep.
Also, does
I think,
anyone
I
know where my
think I
quote's
laid
from?
this out. Here's the thing: it can get worse. You want to know how this gets worse? Shadow
It
has
is for
nothing
Sunsong.
for Sunsong. Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, KP is doing the very logical thing of Child Spirit first, most check dents, and then they're going to realize that they only have Big Pose after this. Now the thing is, I think I'm surprised Alexis didn't do the adult climb, because I think logically I think you're okay. Because Alexis already climbed and used 1 key, and they had 2 more remaining, which means you could use another one on climbing up the right-hand side as child, and then use 1 the front of adult. So those first two checks in the adult climb of spirit could have had a long shot. So this could be a red herring for Alexis here.
Yeah. Could be.
Which would give time for KP to catch up. Child Spirit is relatively short here, as I believe the right hand was nothing from the peaks. So it could be a key for key logic wise, but
yeah, I mean the thing is
shoot, I forgot. The key was on the firelock check, so they're out of logic. Alexis is right.
But, you know, there is a little bit of good news. Now that we actually know of a location for magic, we might actually see Treasure Chest game and be able to call it out. And yes,
Yeah.
random value, magic is 100% required in order to finish the seed.
Yep. 100%, because even if you don't need it for any of your dungeons, you do need it to fight Ganon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, now we have magic, so that puts it back into logic, right, from where it was, but it's super quick checks, like Incoherent is saying. Oh my god.
Oh no!
What bait
Wallet?
is left?
Magic 2.
No way!
Oh.
GG.
Remember how long ago we said the first 2 checks in Shadow and we kept forgetting about the magic?
Yep, sure do.
Yep, that's GG.
Yeah, that's definitely
So,
gonna be GG.
short of an act of Randobot here. Alexis is going to take game 1. There's going to be game 2 on Thursday, and if KP can get it, there will even be a game 3, which would be honestly pretty great. But you know, it's not over. There could be weird crap that goes on. Alexis could just forget how to play the game. It's not likely. I know it's not likely, but the point is we can't call it yet.
Oh yes, the series is not over, but I'm
no,
pretty
I
sure.
was-
I meant
Yeah.
this
I was
actual
like-
race here. Yeah, no.
Dexter, this race is
Signed, sealed, and
This
delivered.
race is
Yes.
done.
Oh, quick grab! I love the quick grab.
Yes.
It's nuts. All right.
Very
I
nice.
need to practice it again. I was getting it for a while, now I can't do it.
All right, Majarkin, what do you think? This is easily cut to 3, right?
Oh, this will be barely above 250 if it is above 250.
That's what I thought.
It
Okay.
will be. There's a lot of cutscenes, so it'll be about 251.
Mhm.
That'd be my guess, 251. If they fall, it'll be like
Uh,
252.
Forton, all right, so second strength on Big Pose for magic behind the silver block in GTG for Shadow second chest. So yeah, I now I really want to know where the Morpha hint, what the Morpha hint would have been. Would it have been Market? Would it have been Shadow Temple? What? Because with that location, there actually is a good chance that it would have helped.
It definitely could have. I'm wondering where it was. I'm guessing Lake.
I'm sorry, hold
or
on.
Hyrule Castle 2.
I've never actually seen that before. KP just walks over the statue and it just lets him go.
Yeah, it pushes you up. It's very nice.
That's really cool.
KP forgetting to light the torch, though, so you have to go push the block again.
No!
Can't tell you how many times I've done that.
More than once.
Yeah.
Sir Nyquil, so you've got magic on Big Pose. I'm sorry, no. Big Pose had strength 2 for magic behind the silver block in GTG for second chest and shadow for long shot.
So, when I was saying before, I didn't realize why Alexis was going GTG off of that. The key logic, that's just showing his experience, realizing the key logic on the fly. It was locked until you got the magic, so it had to be in GTG. So, that was a very good play by Alexis, and that just shows how much of their experience helps them navigate and route.
And if you want to know more about Spirit Key Logic, there's 7 pages in that Google Drive link right there. Don't do it, it's a trap.
You gotta learn it. It's even more important in beatable only settings. So
look, that
playing in the league or in the weeklies, you'll need to learn.
That document can't stop me if I can't read. All right, let's go see a man about a pig. Or I guess he's kind of the same, but that's not the point.
Yep, and here's KP going back into water first.
Oh, he didn't get the long shot yet. I was just about to ask that.
Nope.
Nope. Still has to do horseback archery. So this is where knowing the logic.
He did HBA.
Not HBA. Epona. Sorry. Big Poe.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking about the horse and shooting the bow. Same thing, right?
Big Pona.
Big Pona.
Ha!
You alright, Dastar?
I was laughing at your joke.
Oh.
I mean, couldn't you tell?
I thought. I don't know.
Well, but what I was trying to
Alexis,
say.
No.
This is where, if you're following the logic that Hook has to be locked by Hook,
yeah.
You end up skipping Big Pose, which was available to both these runners quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And both runners fell for all the bait, right, of density.
Told you. It was like, it's always the bullshit checks.
Yeah.
So we had Bow Sphere 0. Epona was on where? Ice Cavern. So that was also really early because of the location of Rudo's.
Yep.
So that hook shot was available super early.
Or the strength 2, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally what I meant. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it happens though, right? Like, it's a 1v1. What are you gonna do? You're trying to think, what would the other player do?
Well, I mean, think about rushing hookless GTG if you get strength 2 here.
Oof.
Yeah?
Do I have to?
That would be such a big play.
Yeah, like, it would have never made sense unless you did Big Pose early.
Well, actually, you would never do it because to get Eponas to do that, you would be in ice anyways, which is your Kukiri.
Yeah.
This time, yeah.
Oh god, can you imagine what would have happened if someone did make the play of bailing after the K-Sword?
Ooh.
Yikes.
I mean, you can do big pose without Epona.
True.
It's hard, but
Also, quick shout out to the clean door fight.
Yep.
Alexis,
So this
again,
might be a sub 250 with just Alexis's execution. It doesn't take 2 minutes to end here.
yeah.
So
Alexis
well,
is
it's only
once
1 minute left.
yeah.
So.
it's only 1 minute.
Alexis is once again showing why this is not why he has been in the top 64 tournament before. You know,
Yeah.
The man's got skill.
But yeah, this might be a 250 like 30, 250 40 somewhere in there, depending on the execution. So here's KP finding out it's not in water, and well, the only check left for KP as well is big pose. So they ended up doing the same thing, but Alexis doing it a bit faster. That was really the story of the seed. Alexis just slowly growing their lead through. It was a little bit execution, but the early game was a lot more about routing and the flow of the routing to get these checks than it was raw execution. Now, we did see some of the raw execution in some of these later dungeons, gaining time, like Forest gained a minute or two and throughout that, but I think it was really the early game routing that gave a good, 5-minute lead or so in the first hour and a half or so.
Alright, you know it's a seed and a half when you have one of the trackers interested in loading up the seed to go find a hint.
That
It
hint
happens sometimes.
could have, if it's in back of lake,
Yeah.
that could have changed the whole, if it was market Pathomorpha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Guess what you're gonna go check? Big pose, right? So I would be interested to know if back of lake had that hint, or if it was Hyrule Castle 2, right? Those are both accessible but normally skipped, and both of our runners here skipped them today. So
And GG's 250-54, Alexis in first place, taking
GG
game
Alexis.
1. I am going to go see
Jeez.
if the runners are interested in a quick English interview before they go visit the French team. You guys can hold down the fort for a minute.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, that was a very good race showcasing why both of these runners are in the finals, right? There was very little execution slip, and it was more just showcasing that they're both very good, and Alexis just routed it a little bit better. Not that their choices were better, but that the choices they made worked better with the seed and flowed a little bit better, right?
Yep.
And it's just not finding that hint. I was surprised both runners didn't push for hints a little bit more than they did to find that last one. I probably wouldn't have ever gone to Hyrule Castle 2, but the back of lake with Serenade, I think it was either Hyper, it might have been Keipi actually, or I know Red was part of that race, but there was a hint in back of lake, and they're actually very quick to get as adult when the lake is low, because you can run on the, you're running on the land instead of swimming. So, oh wait, we saw KP check back of lake hints.
Did we?
I thought.
Well, either way, he's about to know
I've
the
seen
lore.
bleed. I was watching someone this morning. That was Dextronomy doing it this morning. Never
Okay,
mind.
so what's going to happen here is Alexis is going to go talk to the French restream first. It is 2:30 a.m. their time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. I mean, honestly, it's his native language. Let's let him do that. If he comes over here, great. If not, we'll deal. But either way, KP is about to learn the lore here.
Yep. And we'll see if he decides to continue after learning the lore. He's probably just wanting to find out what it was.
I mean, like you said, there's not going to be much else it can be.
Yeah, he knows one of 3 items it can be, but he's seeing how far he is behind. If that's long shot, it's a very different story, right? So.
There's the forfeit. Okay, I didn't call it because, everything kind of got swept away in the madness of that seed. It's the Silver Gauntlets, guys. It was the go mode item, technically. Silver Gauntlets. Holy shit.
It was.
Looking
Whoa,
and looking.
what's that sound? Why am I getting sound? What?
That might be from Alexis's stream.
I don't have... Oh, no, he's getting bits again. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Alright, let me do some magic. Hang on.
So while we're waiting here, we can do our shout outs again. So obviously the runners, to Alexis and Keipi, to our trackers, Rafa, Ronan, and Shinnok. Thank you all for tracking. You make this possible. Of course, Dastar for restreaming it here on the Silver Gauntlets. And then my co-coms, Dastar pulling the double roll, and then melqwii. And then thank you myself. Oh. And then, of course, the French restream for giving all the French runners.
Oui, tout va bien. Alors, les interviews.
Sorry, I'm working
Yeah,
on
let's
it.
go, Puppy.
Give me a second.
So,
Alright, sorry about that.
And last but not least, thanks to everyone watching, sticking around and watching this awesome Game 1 of the Challenge Cup Finals between Keipi and Alexis.
And I need to... There's a lot of things I need to do, like edit this. Oh, it's Sonic Heroes soundtrack. That's what that was. Yeah. Alright, so I'm still waiting to hear back from KP whether or not they're interested in joining us for an interview. Obviously, Alexis is over with the French crew. So we'll just give us a couple minutes. We'll see what's going on here. As you can see here from the very zoomed in bracket, it is very much down to the wire. This is it. This is the end. And I wish I could show you more. But you know what? If you do !challenge, you should find the brackets and be able to see it in more clear terms. I'm thinking KP might have just literally gotten up and run to the bathroom.
It is also... Oh, I guess he's in Brazil, so it's not that late. I keep... So many people playing that I've met recently over this Season 6, and you confuse them all.
Okay, no, unfortunately that seed did just take it out of him. He's done for the night. He's not going to join us today. Oh no, but these are always optional. We do not blame him one bit. It's a rough seed. He got owned pretty hard by it. And you know that's kind of rough to get in a championship match. But it's 2:30 a.m. for the French team. I don't think we're gonna wait for Alexis to come join us because he probably wants to go to bed. It's a Tuesday night, or I guess Wednesday morning for them. I think it's probably better if we just call it here since I think it's just easier for all of us. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find us a raid target. You've already done the shoutouts. Again, we've got our next match on Thursday, and I believe we have another restream on Saturday. Is that right?
If it goes to Game 3, or
No.
are you talking a completely different?
I might be talking about something completely different.
Oh yes, Triforce Blitz Season 2 live qualifier is Saturday at I believe it is 3 p.m. Eastern. So go watch that. Triforce Blitz is fun, and I'm gonna play. Yeah, a bunch of other really good runners are gonna be playing in that live qualifier, better than me. A lot of top 64 runners and everything will be in there. So it'll be a good time. Seeds are also limited to 2 hours. So it is a much shorter race. So make sure to be on time or you'll miss it.
And if it sucks, 2 hours later, you throw it in the garbage. Hey.